What's up, happy pilgrims and Indians? We're going to be doing the Thanksgiving stream. It's Thanksgiving week. Hope you're having a good long weekend. Hope you're having plenty to eat this week. Plenty of turkey and ham and stuffing and cranberries. God, cranberries are all right, I guess. This is the time of year that the cranberry industry is rubbing their hands together, super ready. This is their time to shine. Make sure you go buy some cranberries. Support a bog farmer today. We're going to be talking about Thanksgiving and war. We talk about war and what else? Doctor Who. We talk about our favorite evil cripples, our favorite crippled villains. Who do we got today? We've got, of course, joining us overseas, our resident Doctor Who expert, who, by expert, I mean he somewhat watches the show. I don't think any of us Americans watch Doctor Who. Yeah, without further ado, give it up for Northern English Bastard. How are you doing, buddy?
Hello there.
What do you think of this Thanksgiving food? Does it look appealing to your English ass?
Well, yeah, we don't do Thanksgiving, but yeah, it does look fucking lovely. Come on, turkeys, a bit of booze, loads of fucking
Emperor Goodwin's in here.
Potatoes. It's just like a normal roast dinner, but with
yeah, way more stuff to eat. Anyway, we'll put this away. What else? How you doing, Jay?
Pretty good. I actually did watch Doctor Who when I was a kid.
Cool. Now, what are your thoughts on like new Who versus classic Who? I guess it's like TNG versus original Star Trek.
Yeah, kind of for me. I mean, I was already pissed when they did the Peters Davidson transformation from Tom Baker. It was like, what's this guy that looks like he's my local vet as the doctor? This is crap. And then they were dead like for a decade or so before they came back. Is that right, Bastard?
Yeah, did that TV movie in the 90s with Paul McGann, but that failed. And it would be another 10 years before Christopher Eccleston showed up. And the show became good again.
And this is where fucking the first time Doctor Who's like a cool guy, right? He's wearing like leather jackets and shit and being...
Yeah, and he's Northern. He's Northern as well.
He's being trendy.
He's making coffins. He's putting car thieves in them. That was the movie he did afterwards.
Eccleston was only the Doctor for a short while, though, right? He's like a few episodes, and then he got replaced.
Yeah, he claimed he was worried he would be typecast, but then years later he was like, oh no, he was arguing with the BBC over some bullshit, which is a shame because he is very good in the role, and
I like him better as villains.
Yeah,
I like him better as villains, but
especially 28 days later.
Oh, Keith, what up, Keith? How you doing, buddy? Glad you're here.
Hey.
We're gonna be talking about Doctor Who and Davros, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't familiar. I mean, I guess who's everyone's favorite Doctor? I don't really watch it, but I guess my favorite would be Tennant. He's a good one.
Yeah.
He seems like everyone's favorite, a lot of people's favorite.
I'm classic Tom Baker. That's my guy.
I don't like Tom Baker, even though I've only really watched one of his adventures. But I really need to really watch more old Who. I did like Patrick Troughton, if I'm pronouncing his name right. He was pretty good in the 60s.
It's Doctor Who, Keith. Yeah. It's not just Who. I don't know. What do you guys know about this Davros fellow, though? All I know is he's a famous crippled guy, and he invented the Daleks, who are the most annoying fucking screen villain of all time. I've seen a few of the Doctor Who movies from the 70s that were bad. And who was the famous guy that played Doctor Who in those?
Peter Cushing, in it.
Yeah, Peter Cushing was. Yeah, exactly.
Cushing in the movies.
There seems to be a different continuation in the movies because he's got like fucking kids in those as well.
I just remember, he did have some kids running around. It is like
that's the original. The first Doctor was like cast as like this crazy uncle who took kids on time adventures kind of thing, and then it morphed from that.
Yeah, William Hartnell. He was the first.
Hartnell. Yeah, Hartnell.
All I know is these fucking Daleks with their exterminate. It's like I want to rip my fucking eardrums out of my head. It is the most annoying, and also like getting killed by that thing. You know, at least Terminators had like the decency to like be quiet. You know,
they were pretty cool in the season 4 finale. They actually really gave it this epic scale of
right. No,
they
they're
really did come
dangerous.
across threatening.
They're dangerous and scary. Fuck yeah. But I mean, they're the fact that they're also have like
Look
the
like
most
wheelie bins, I
annoying,
know.
they have the most annoying voice I've ever heard.
Well, vocoder technology in the 70s was pretty rough, so that's that's kind of what they had to go for.
Yeah.
And
then-
their like their actual life forms for the Daleks are they look like giant neurons, and they're in those robotic bodies as like survival suits for them, and so it's like translating their thoughts into things you can hear and all that. So there's kind of an explanation for why they are what they are. But the thing, I mean, their underlying thing is they hate everything that's not them, right? They're not the Borg. The Borg are looking to simulate you. The Daleks are looking to kill you.
Yeah, they're like Terminators. Terminators fucking built in a weird like cylindrical like telephone booth kind of shape.
Yeah,
And I
they
guess
kind of
that's
have the Ed 209 weakness, right? Stairs are really
Yeah.
going to cause them a problem.
Is that actually canon, or is it just something they don't really talk about in the movie? And it's just something
I think if you watch every episode that involves Daleks, there's a lot of ramps.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did fix it in the New Who when they had them actually levitate over the
Yeah,
stairs.
yeah. When they're
Okay, that
supposed to
makes
be, like,
sense.
hovering, right?
Okay, that's fine. I'll allow that. But yeah, what do you guys think about this new redesign? I mean, obviously, we got to dress up the bad guy like Hitler. We got to dress up the bad guy in some kind of SS type uniform.
Well, I mean, to be fair, original Davros was looking pretty SS-ish as well, with his black leather tunic, that he's wearing there on the right.
So, but is he like reverting back to his like original? Is this like a prequel type thing where we're just kind of seeing him before he got in the chair?
And
or
I don't know what I mean. The explanations that RTD has given are just he's up his own ass way too much, and anything to justify it. It just sounds stupid.
Let's hear.
I think there was I think there was a little retcon in the Peter Capaldi's where he saves Davros as a kid, but I don't know if but to lose Davros being all half mechanical kind of takes away the point, because like he seems like someone that shed his humanity for something more superficial.
Yeah, according to this Russell T. Davies, his interpretation was that guy in wheelchair is evil because he's in the wheelchair. That seems to be what he thinks that we think that. He seems to think that we dumbasses see a blind person who happens to be evil. We assume they're blind because they're evil. But like you're saying, sometimes they're so evil, they cause themselves to go blind. Oh, here we go. Blue collar loser.
I made it.
Never, ever late. You're 8 minutes late. How do you explain yourself?
I thought you said 5:30.
Oh no, I said 4:20, but it's fine.
DMO.
No worries, dude. You're perfectly on time then. If you said 5:30. We're talking about the Daleks.
Russell T. Davies has really forgotten the whole point of Davros, because he did a great job bringing him back in season 4 of the New Who.
New Who.
It was pretty fucking cool.
I love it. I love New Who, like NU, like new metal.
Yeah, that's how I described it. But it's like
I've never heard
it's
that.
not exactly New Who now, because it's nearly 20 years since it first came back on.
All right, fix your little headphones, Chris. Now, so I mean, I don't know if you've seen this, but yeah, this is like the guy on the right is his old design.
Yeah,
and they thought that this was offensive for people in wheelchairs. If I was in a wheelchair, I'd be so pissed off about this.
Yeah, really.
But let's hear it from the horse's mouth. The horse's ass's mouth itself.
Doctor Who Children in Need Special wasn't exciting enough. We also got to see the return of one of the most iconic Doctor Who villains, Davros. A brilliant
I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure I could play this, right?
scientist from the planet Skaro.
I'll just pause it every
Davros
once in a while.
first appeared in Doctor Who in the 1975 story Genesis of the Daleks. He was depicted.
Now, he's basically like the Daleks like resurrected him from the dead, right? And gave him a Dalek body, is what I heard. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yeah, he's, if I remember right, he was like mortally wounded. The Daleks save him, and then in turn he's a brilliant scientist, and he then assists the Daleks to try and take over the world.
What an asshole.
So the first thing is, this isn't a wheelchair. This is actually a life support system for him.
Oh, right. It's his
because
body.
he was
Yeah.
so damaged,
He
right.
has no lower half. Yeah. I've
Right.
heard. If he's out of the chair for like a few minutes, he dies.
Right.
cool.
As a wheelchair user with a disfigured face and a fanatical dedication.
Oh, I do like his fucking cybernetic eye. Like, he's totally blind, so he has an artificial eye, and he put it like right in your forehead, obviously, like you would, right?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
To the Daleks. But on set today, Davros is looking quite different.
Quite different.
About bringing Davros back because he's a fantastic character. Time and society and culture and taste has moved on.
It's moved on, guys. Okay.
Of
Russell
course.
T. Davis is here to tell us that the world has moved on.
That's why I've decided to make him look like a 1930s, early 40s German who has a problem with his shoulders and has to hunch them up around his ears because he's also Nosferatu.
Yeah, it's basically
But
like
this is very modern and progressive, except for all of the things that I pull from 100 years ago.
Well, I heard
This is the
that
guy.
No, I was saying I heard that Davros is basically Hitler plus Stephen Hawking. Like, that's how I've heard him described as. Like,
But it makes sense for him to be bitter as well, doesn't it? It's like it's
right.
Yeah.
Who saved him? It was the Daleks that saved him. It wasn't his own race and all that. And so he sees a beauty in them. That's again goes back to the 70s version of Davros. And yeah, now it's oh my God, the disabled. We think they're all evil. Speak for yourself there, RTD. You just go ahead. Keep on doing you.
This is the guy that brought back Doctor. This is the guy that brought back Doctor Who from 2005, and now he's shitting all over it.
Yeah. Well, someone's paying him. Some person from some certain background is giving these people money. Whenever I see these people come out, it's like they got a simulated. They got what's it? Body snatched. When they come out on the camera, they're like, actually, diversity is our strength. Actually, we've moved on and progressed as a society. I was just listening about the disabled. Oh, Keith, I hope you're not disabled. If you are, more power to you, brother.
Enzo, what's kind of funny about this whole situation is, so they're saying it's too offensive being disabled in a wheelchair, but then Marvel starts putting Spider-Verse characters in wheelchairs to be more inclusive.
Well, it's because like a hero, we want to see a hero in a wheelchair and bad guys that are able to walk, because I don't understand why. If I was a fucking kid in a wheelchair, I wouldn't want to see Spider-Man flinging around.
We knew all along that Professor X was actually the bad guy.
Let's say, have they never heard of fucking Xavier? Like,
well, wasn't there a story where Professor X was like secretly like Onslaught or something like that? And he could walk the whole time. That was like a weird 90s storyline that I forget.
I remember in the cartoon once when he went to the Savage Land, when he lost his powers, then he could walk again because it was his powers caused him to be in a wheelchair.
Ooh, we got a celebrity in the house. Eddie Robbins band. Check that out. Eddie Robbins is here.
People don't like the Ultimate Universe. I thought Ultimate X-Men was pretty fucking dark because Magneto took a metal rod and actually impaled Xavier, and Magneto's why Xavier can't walk for. The Ultimate Universe was pretty fucking dark, man. Like the Blob was eating people.
Yeah, the first captain of the Enterprise. Yeah, he was in a wheelchair. Pike, right? He was horribly
disfigured.
He was kind of in one of these.
He was really
Dr.
fucked
Dalek.
up.
Yeah, he was in one of these like Davros style incubator wheelchair things.
Anyway, speak via computer. And,
I even learned it was a different actor and not the same actor from the pilot.
Oh,
no, it actually is the same for Pike. Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! I thought it was a different actor.
No, it was, but the idea is they replace. So in the pilot, Pike is the captain. They then after that pilot said, nah, he's not going to work out. Let's recast and have Kirk. And changed up a few things. They stopped making Mr. Spock green, a few other things. But then they brought back Pike. Yeah, he was in the pilot. Yeah,
the pilot actually becomes a bloody flashback in the later episode, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah.
So
for the
you may as well skip. So you may as well skip the pilot and just start with Kirk and then go on to that episode.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing is the second in command is Nurse Chapel. Who is also the voice of the computer for Next Generation and Bajel Merritt.
Anyway, let's hear what more of this asshole has to say.
The Davros of old, in that he's a wheelchair user who is evil. And I had problems with with that. And a lot of us on the production team had the problems with that, of associating disability with evil. And
You're doing that. You're the
Right,
one
again,
that's
Oh.
doing that, you idiot.
projecting like IMAX there, RTD. Have some fun.
Also calling them wheelchair users. Yeah, I don't know. It's literally called the evil cripple trope. It's literally a thing.
Yeah.
There's so many of them, and it's not like it's a bad thing.
Man, can you imagine how much he freaks out when he sees people on mobility scooters running around like the stores or whatever? He's just in a constant state of terror because he's convinced they're all evil.
This idea that also every person in a wheelchair is a fucking saint, like they can do no wrong.
Yeah, there's you have both sides, right? So you have the anybody that isn't fits the standard fare, right, is evil, but then you also have let's infantilize everybody that we claim to speak for, right? And it's this white knighting bullshit, right? He knows
it's like, hey,
he's
you
not
can't,
all
you
that
can't be
important.
you can't be the evil inventor of the Daleks and Space Hitler, but you can be Spider-Man. You can fling around with your webbed canes or whatever the hell. It's weird.
Yeah, again, it's the these people, they need our help because he's been reading Kipling too much. Pick up the white man's burden. No, bro, put it down. Let people actually be people. They come in all shapes and sizes and all functionalities and all manner of morality and ethics.
Plus, how many disabled people are actually going to these Comic-Cons and not complaining about Davros being in a wheelchair, blah blah blah.
How many of them
They just
dress
enjoy
up
the
as
show.
Davros, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I remember back in the 80s, going to small cons and stuff like that, and there was always a kid in like a motorized wheelchair who absolutely was Davros, right? Because look, it's the Doctor Who. Everybody, you have half of them wearing a fucking scarf and floppy hat and brown coat, and then the other half were Davros or Cybermen.
Yeah, fear me for once, I'm a kid in a wheelchair,
Well, again, he's a cool character, right? And he's menacing, right? And
right.
you either dress up as a hero or one of the great villains, and Davros is one of the great villains.
Also, like this idea, let's say I was bald and I wanted to just be Professor X and just sit in a fake wheelchair. Is that allowed? According to these people, no. I have to be actually fucking handicapped to cosplay or dress up like X-Men Professor Xavier. So stupid.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is that you can't actually act. You have to actually be this person. It's like
no more.
That's not what acting is, right?
Pretending is not a thing anymore.
It always reminds me of the movie Marathon Man, where the dental scene. And so you have
should have cast a real dentist.
No, sadly no.
Cast a real person with no teeth.
But so you have Dustin Hoffman, who was a method actor, right? And he intentionally stayed up for 2 days so he would be exhausted and this and that and whatever, right? And then who's the British actor?
Laurence Olivier.
Laurence Olivier, right?
Yeah.
He's the interrogator, and he's fresh as a daisy. He comes in, this and that, whatever, and they turn the cameras on, and he just looks like he has, been through a marathon himself and all that. And Hoffman afterwards is like, "How do you do that?" And Olivia is like, "That's what we call acting."
Yeah. Let's hear this idiot some more.
There's a very long tradition of this. I'm not blaming people in the past at all, but the world changes. And when the world changes, Doctor Who has to change as well.
We can evolve, we can start anew, we can become stronger.
So we made the choice to bring back Davros without the facial scarring and without the wheelchair or his...
That was so cool as well.
Wheelchair.
It's like all the things that made him awesome. We're going to get rid of it.
We brought back Vader, but we didn't want to have the suit because we didn't want to have a black man as the bad guy, and so we just use Anakin all the time because as a white man he is able to be evil, and we don't cast aspersion against minorities.
What were you saying, Luke?
Yeah, it looks so good as well. That makeup, everything is there. He's just another guy now. He's just another villain.
Yep, just another Hitler clone, Hitler analog.
I say this is how we see Davros now. This is what he looks like. This is 2023.
Speak for yourself, mate. Speak for yourself.
It used to be black and white.
He's using the royal we.
Davros used to look like that. He looks like this now.
Deal with
that. We are absolutely standing by. I think because it's Children in Need night. It's a night where issues of disability or otherness or being excluded from society come right to the front of the conversation.
Oh, yeah, this is true. Keith, Target has black man wearing a Santa suit in a wheelchair as a Christmas tree ornament. Yes, they also have...
I saw that.
The hilarious thing is I read Keith's comment and I missed ornament and I thought it was even more hilarious.
Oh, Jesus.
Whereas a black man wearing a Santa suit as a Christmas tree.
Yeah, hanging shit on a black man in a Santa.
Well,
did you put the presents under the black man in the wheelchair?
Yeah, hanging thing off his fucking dick. I don't know.
Jesus.
Somebody's coming down your chimney.
Emptying his sack.
So all nights like this, it was absolutely vital to do this, and I'm very, very, very proud of the fact that we have.
Okay,
cut it. All right, let's see what the hell this is. Here we go. This is what there. These are the this is a Christmas ornament, and these are the nutcrackers they have.
Looks like a gay crease. Looks like a gay
I mean,
crease
the
from
Yeti,
Cobra Kai.
the Yeti nutcracker is cool, and you know this is super gay, but it's still a functioning nutcracker. In fact, the irony of a trans nutcracker. Are you not? I mean, come on, guys. Are you not thinking this?
Yeah, I mean,
like
there's something to be said for the gay pride nutcracker. Did we not run this by somebody and go, I don't think this is your best idea?
It's a it destroys nuts.
Yeah,
Gets
exactly.
rid of your nuts. Jesus Christ, guys.
More
Are you not even
nut
thinking?
Collector.
You idiots. God, it gets worse though with the Davros thing. This shit. I mean, it's already stupid as it is, right? This is where I'm sure someone's paying him because it's this whole controversy. You've got Robbie Gardner. Davros isn't a wheelchair user, quote unquote. He's a partially mutated Khaled in a life support system halfway between Khaled and Dalek. Like he was perfectly fine seeing Davros pre-accident. I think a lot of fans have wanted to see this for some time, but to insist that this is for better representation of disabled people is just utterly bizarre. If you're now going to pretend, as you suggest, Davros was never in a chair or he just, quote unquote, got better, well, that undermines one of the greatest villains who ever created. And then he just says, tough. Like, what was the other showrunner of a Doctor Who that was a total asshole?
Chibnall.
Okay,
Yeah.
at least Chibnall never did this kind of shit.
I mean, he did in a lot of ways, or he would just block you.
That guy's just giving a valid argument, and Russell T Davies is just he's just being a total fucking prick here. He is.
It gets better. Will you be changing the Cybermen next so it doesn't upset our friends with prosthetic limbs? And then he says, "Oh, poor baby," crying emoji face. It's like, dude, this is not how you win over. Just here's what you do.
I think
put him back in the
chair
at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think that there's been a real fundamental shift in the people that are in charge or doing media, and I think there were like a couple of things that kind of broke their understanding of the world. Right, one is Brexit, and the other was Trump's election. And more importantly, Hillary not being elected, because their belief is that the vast majority of people don't actually have thoughts, that they are guided by whatever the media tells them and all that, right? And so the idea that it's why the explanation for Hillary not actually going and campaigning in states that she lost and then being shocked and amazed that she lost. No, it must have been Russian bots that were spreading disinformation to make the mouth breathing masses believe the wrong thing, right? And so they have taken it upon themselves. As before they thought they were like benevolent aristocrats, right? Now they're actively against everybody and the common people, and need to tell them, kind of be the father that smacks you because you've come to the wrong conclusion. And if you look at how they behave, that's their
communism. So it's basically communism.
Jay, all jokes aside, what's crazy is like you just talked all that long. You said 2 sentences. I was like, that's crazy. Your run-on sentences are amazing. It's impressive, really.
No, they're not running on. I've got all the commas in the right places.
yeah, right.
The subordinate clauses are all in effect, baby.
Jeez. I'm gonna get a lawnmower sound effect for you and Wes. I was saying, like, just political reasonings aside, like, it like first comment was saying, it just takes away the literary irony, the metaphor. It makes the villains more deep when they're like disfigured or crippled, like Darth Vader. He's on a life support suit. And who else? There's so many crippled or disfigured villains. Who are they? Name them. Two-Face.
Yeah. Two-Face.
Captain
O.J. Simpson in The Naked Gun. Although he's not the villain in the movie, he later becomes one. And it was because they put him in a wheelchair. That's what turned O.J. this way.
Right.
It kept him out of the wheelchair. He would have been fine. Comic
books. You've got who's it? Hector Hammond, Magic Meteor from Green Lantern. Martian Manhunter's. Listen to this. Malefic.
Dr. Strangelove.
Malefic was convicted of mind rape and sentenced to memory wiping and having his psychic powers removed.
Right.
Wow.
Shit.
I didn't realize that was in the comic books of Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter. That's nuts. But yeah, Dr. Strangelove's a good one. There's who else? There's
FDR.
FDR. Yeah. Who else?
Enzo, who's the old man from Big Trouble? Remember the fucking Lopan?
Oh yeah, Lopan.
Yeah.
Lopan becomes old. He's in a wheelchair.
He's
of course.
like that and shit.
Yeah, this is the type of thing that really pisses me off to no end.
Mr. Freeze, technically, yeah.
Mr. Freeze, of course.
Yeah,
that suit keeps him alive. Yeah. It's why he's evil, apparently. Also, just like Captain Hook, he's missing a hand. What's his name? Jigsaw from The Punisher. He's got an ugly face. It's all fucked up. I mean,
Yeah, it's
what else? There's so many other ones. Oh yeah,
The Fugitive, the man with one arm.
Yeah, Brotherhood.
He's the whole basis of the entire series.
Brotherhood of the Wolf has a man with one arm.
I mean, a lot of
Dr.
Spider-Man
from
characters.
the first James Bond movie.
Right. Spider-Man, Teen Doc Ock and Lizard, they're both crippled by their powers in a sense.
However,
the head of Spectre, isn't he in a wheelchair?
Oh, this is a good one. Listen to this.
Or he is in
wheelchair,
for Your Eyes Only. He's absolutely in one.
Unofficially, because I think there was some copyright shit as well where you couldn't exactly say it was Blofeld, but it's him. It's him.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. This is actually a smaller one, but it's like the minor character. There's a minor character in Edward Scissorhands who has a prosthetic leg. And when he first meets Edward, he encourages him not to let anyone call him a cripple. However, when Edward is accused of terrorizing the neighborhood, the same man parks his lawn chair on the driveway in the middle of the night, wondering if they, quote, caught that cripple yet. It's a good part. I remember that.
It's always the bitterness as well that makes them villainous. Like, they've been wronged. They've had an injury that's cast them out a little bit, and they're pissed off. And, and they let that bitterness get to them.
Carl Weathers in is it Basketball?
Right. Yeah. No. You're thinking of Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. But he's
Happy Gilmore. Yeah. Happy Gilmore. Well, and also Rip Torn from Dodgeball.
Right.
Yeah. He's just a crazy fucker, but we love him.
Throwing wrenches at people and shit. There's hunchbacks like in Hawk the Slayer and 300. The hot hunchbacks are assholes.
Oh, Overdog in Krull.
Okay, yeah. Jack the Bear. Listen to this. Gary Sinise. He's a crazy, perverted, child molesting neo-Nazi who walks with a cane. It's like, okay. So the fact that he walks with a cane is problematic. The other two things, we'll leave that in the movie if we remake it and update it for modern audiences. But we'll get rid of the cane. It's so stupid.
That's the thing. Even with all these villains that have these like disabilities and that, it's never made me look at a person in a wheelchair and think that person's evil. No, people are better than that. We're actually more sympathetic.
It's what's the stupid face? RTS just like telling on himself when he says,
exactly. It's just projecting like crazy. That's why I said he must lose his shit when he sees people in mobility scooters running around. When he's shopping.
Oh, Stryker's son in X-Men, X-Men 2. He was, what was his name?
William
Tower.
Right.
Anyway.
Remember Enzo fucking Mr. Glass? That's one of the best ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Glass. Thank you. That was suggested.
He killed innocent people as well, just so he could find a guy the opposite to find some meaning in his life. That is crazy as hell, but
I get it.
I did it fucking well.
Look, it was for the right reasons. Come on.
Yeah.
When you have these kinds of ends, you can justify means. Come on.
Yeah, that's what makes him evil, because he killed innocent people for his own fucking validation.
Yeah. Ong Bak is got a wheelchair mob boss. Not just Darth Vader, but there's fucking also General Grievous. Emperor Palpatine is disfigured. Jabba the Hutt is morbidly obese. You know,
Yeah.
who the fuck? You know, are we gonna change all this shit? Eventually, it's gonna get to the point where like black dudes can't even be villains. You know what I mean?
I did look up a Dr. Poison from Wonder Woman. She was fucked up too.
I think they've decided black dudes can't be villains. I think that's why all they've shown is Anakin in Star Wars and not Vader in his suit.
Yeah. Harkonnen, Baron Harkonnen from Dune. He's so, you know,
he has a lot of issues. Yeah, he has. Yeah. in fact, everybody in the Harkonnen Empire has some sort of, because they have the heart plugs and all that stuff.
Of course, Gary Oldman in Hannibal.
Yeah,
great one. He's unrecognizable in that movie. It's so amazing.
That's baddie versus baddie on that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Who else? There's so many guys. I'm just like scrolling. Oh, Moby Dick, of course. Captain Ahab. He's got his fucking leg taken from he goes crazy because the whale took his leg.
And he's bitter.
It goes back that far, guys. And Captain Hook again. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I mean, you could arguably go back, like a couple of 100 years, and you would find the attitude that people that have disabilities or disfigurements are viewed as evil. That was true, but that also was kind of based on the Christian idea that bad things happen to bad people, right? So if you got disease, it was because of some sort of moral failing on your part.
Right. Hector Salamanca from
Buffalo
Bad.
Bill for gender dysphoria.
Buffalo Bill, yeah.
But there's actually an out on that.
That's a mental.
Because she says that doesn't match, and Hannibal's suggestion is, if you check around, he will have been refused and rejected for transition training.
Because he's not a true
transsexual.
What about technically the Phantom of the Opera? I mean, that's pretty older but deep.
Yeah, that's a good one though, actually.
Quasimodo is misunderstood, but the townspeople all think that he's bad because of his disfigurement.
Well, the whole even like the Frankenstein's monster, it's weird how sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Well, it was if the book, he's not bad. He's the bad person is actually the bad person is Frankenstein, right? For abandoning his creation, and then the monster begins to hate people because of the way people treat him, because he's disfigured.
But yeah, I think that's what makes him bad, because even though he is sympathetic, he has pretty much done some evil things out of his own bitterness.
Right, because he's taught that way, that he's never had compassion from anybody. Right.
Just remember fucking Wild Wild West, not a great movie. Dr.
Loveless.
Yeah, Loveless. I mean, not a great movie, but still, he was arguably the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he's pretty weird. My favorite part of that movie,
he's also a dwarf in the series.
Really?
Loveless is not. Yeah, he's a dwarf as well.
My favorite thing about Wild Wild West was all them Bettys, all them chicks in the movie are all.
I just like the fucking scene between Will Smith and Loveless, the back and forth joking about. I haven't seen him in a coon's age.
There was a magic time in the late '90s and early 2000s where every fucking girl in the movie has to be hot as hell.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the hell they're doing. It's like, let's go back to that, please.
And we managed to find them that were both hot as hell and could act.
I mean, even if they couldn't, we didn't care, because they're hot.
I mean, they were excellent for background.
Here's the thing: just the characters from Doctor Who. We've got the Delegate from Articus. He's a little green man in a can, dependent on an elaborate life support mechanism wheelchair to survive. There's Davros. There's the captain of the pirate planet. He's got an artificial arm and eye patch. There's the heroic Dr. Judson. He stands up out of his wheelchair as soon as the Eldritch abomination possesses him. Lady Cassandra, plastic surgery addict who got so many operations that she was reduced to a face attached to a sheet of skin stretched across a wheeled metal frame. Now, we don't want to offend those people, obviously. The people who have become faces.
I mean, Escape from LA does a pretty good job of taking the piss out of people that are addicted to plastic surgery.
Brazil,
Bruce Campbell.
Toxic Avenger.
Crazy
Toxic
doctor.
Avenger doesn't count because he's the hero. See, it's okay for the hero to be a hideous mutant. In fact, it's encouraged, but Good to have you,
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah, he is on the verge of almost
He's
becoming
in a
villain,
business
isn't he, in
meeting
a
right
way?
now,
But yeah.
texting us about the Toxic Avenger right now. You fucking.
That's a crazy fucking film, but I love it. I really do.
Oh yeah, I want to do part 2 soon. Let's see. We've also got John Lumick, the creator of the alternate universe Cybus Cybermen. He's also got a terminal disease that keeps him in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Fucking
Triggered
A,
from
dude.
on the
How many
false
wheelchair
gnosis.
villains are there, Doctor Who? I didn't realize Doctor Who was such a problematic show with all these villainous cripples. Voyage of the Damned.
There was Max in the
Capricorn.
there was Max as
Capricorn.
well in the Titanic
He's
episode.
a head attached to a machine.
There's a real good line
Wow.
where it goes, the people in the boat stabbed me in the back. And it's like, well, if you had a back.
Wow, that's
But yes,
unbelievable.
yes.
I mean, we watched a movie about just a living head or two on B-roll recently. So I mean, that was,
the brain that wouldn't die is fantastic. She just spends the whole movie like, let me die, please. Let me die.
Ours was a Japanese one that had the crappy head, and it's just basically he's like, please let me die, and the guy's like, no. The guy looks especially like Morrissey, the evil villain.
Here we go. Here's a couple
Never
for
knows he's miserable now.
here's a couple for Blue Collar and Toxic. Justified has 2 examples. You've got Johnny Crowder, who was crippled from a shotgun blast.
Yeah.
And then you've got marijuana dealer Dickie Bennett, who walks with a limp thanks to Raylan Givens striking him in the knee with a baseball bat. So again, they're evil because they have a limp. All right.
What's the traitor's name in 300? That's actually
I was saying that hunchback asshole. Yeah, I was saying.
I don't think he's a villain, but he's definitely he definitely does seem to regret it in the end.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. It's something Greek, I'm sure. Something.
Oh, yeah, that might be a good bet. Yeah.
Let's see. We've got a few others. X-Files. Oh yeah, of course. There's the Harlequin baby, right? And who else? What was it? His name was. What was his name in the show? Fluke Man. That's what I'm thinking of.
Baby doll in Batman the animated series. She has this condition where she still looks like a child even though she's 40. That's actually a very underrated episode.
Penguin has issues. Yeah.
Well,
Batman
issues. He's got a little bit of issues. Yeah, I like how in Hunchback Asshole, his new name. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, if I keep sitting on my fucking desk like this, I will become the Hunchback Asshole. What was the Bible? Yeah, Nehemiah. It deals with one of the forms of Shemaiah, the crippled son of Deliah, the son of Mehetabel, who tries to make Nehemiah sin against his God by hiding himself in the house of God to protect himself from those that Shemaiah claims are out to kill him. Nehemiah sees what Shemaiah is really up to and calls him out on it. The Bible. A lot of problems.
Job gets some disfiguring action as well. I mean, he's covered in boils at one point. That didn't went away without some scars.
Nessa Rose and Wicked eventually becomes the Wicked Witch of the East, tyrannical ruler over Munchkin Land, having inherited the position. She gives her way to walk with magic. Let's see. Video games. Oh my God, there's more. There's so many. Batman Arkham series. Calendar Man has one leg shorter than the other. Rick Riding. That's not that bad of a handicap, right?
I guess it depends how much shorter it is.
Yeah. You get your foot like up in your mid
your foot's at like your knee. That's a problem.
Above your knee. Oh yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Firefly has burns all over his body that he has in his metal suit.
Yeah, right. Jesus, I'm running out of ideas. I think that's most of them I can think of.
There's probably loads more that we that just didn't come into the top of our heads.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. We've got Justice League assholes. Yeah, Lex Luthor. Sometimes he's got fucked up with cancer or whatever. I don't know. Point
Metallo, does he count? Because he's sort of like got metal parts, but he can't feel anything anymore.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, Cyborg doesn't count because he's a hero. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, there's some good news. We got some good news, guys. Or maybe weird news. I don't know. It's interesting news for sure. I think it's cool. Argentina has a new president. You familiar with this guy? You guys been seeing
Was this
this?
in it? Was this
Oh
in New
yeah,
Zealand?
no, it's Argentina, the libertarian candidate.
Argentina's new
won.
president. Here's from the horse's mouth. Here's I think this is why he won.
Al zurdo de mierda no le podés dar ni un milímetro.
¿Me podés definir zurdo de mierda que no
Todos los
entiendo?
que, digamos, los colectivistas, los que ponen,
Love
digamos,
is my
esa idea. A ver,
¿Qué le pones de mierda, Diego?
How bad is that echo?
It's up a bit. Yeah.
Damn.
The echo's bad.
Yeah.
Shit. How do I stop that?
We've got Italy getting a.
Well, it's in Spanish, so it doesn't matter. I mean, shit. If you think differently from then, they'll kill you. This is the point. You can't give shit leftists an inch.
I love this guy already.
If you give them an inch, they will use it to destroy you. You can't negotiate with leftards. Is there a Spanish word for leftard?
Probably
you don't
leftard.
negotiate with trash because they will end you. And since we are so much better than them, Jesus, we are defeating them in the cultural battle. We're not only superior economically, we're morally superior. We're aesthetically superior. We're better than them at everything. And it triggers them. Jesus. And since they can't beat our arguments and ideas peacefully, they use the repressive apparatus of the state to try to destroy us. With taxpayer money to influence public opinion, and yet they're still losing.
Yeah, he's bang on, eh? He's bang on.
There's a great video. I can't find it right now, but it's like of when he won, and there's like ladies like just crying, like the Hillary thing all over again. The Argentina guy is really going to do something if they allow him to. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, the interesting thing is
I
I believe he won the youth vote.
Yeah. Yeah. It's literally the millennials, because like the Zoomers are up to code and the boomers are all up to it, you know, and the Generation X, it's only the millennials that are like buying this fucking Biden crap.
No, I mean the boomers are absolutely buying that, because I mean they're the reason that you have most of the new left. It was their generation that brought it in.
The hippies in the 60s.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'd say the hippies would be, or the boomers would be pretty split at least, because there's definitely like plenty of old people that are hardcore Trumpers. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, there's also plenty of people that, I mean, go to any it's the Communist Party of the USA or something like that. They're all fucking boomers from the 60s that never grew up.
Old assholes, old idiots. Let's see. And this is funny. The US Army, they're really pushing for new recruits. So, I mean, yeah, you don't need to get vaccinated anymore. That apparently is not a thing. You get all this stuff. They're advertising. You see the new ads.
Stop doing the diverse adverts now, aren't they?
It's all white men jumping.
That was when I was like, oh my God, we're going to war, because they're actually trying to recruit white males. This could be a problem.
They're prepping us.
They actually need competent people. Uh-oh.
Yeah, because snowflakes are not going to make good fucking soldiers. They're too fucking...
Well, yeah, we had Veterans Day, and we watched Starship Troopers. That was fun. And Chris, you just got back from watching Saving Private Ryan in the theater yesterday.
Yeah, I sent a super chat to Drinker. It's funny. The guy Insta Gundam his response to it, which I couldn't help but think to myself as I'm watching this same
thing. Did he say it sucks?
No, well, I mean, I was waiting for that. No, he just said, it's hard to watch a film like Saving Private Ryan because you're sitting there as a grown man crying, and you're thinking to yourself that these guys between 17 and 30, they all died for a TikTok generation, and people that are, they're too offended. Like,
yeah, my criticism of Saving Private Ryan is Steven Spielberg does this thing where he paints all the Germans. And I'm not saying this is necessarily, I mean, yeah, it is kind of a bad thing storytelling wise, but it's like all the Germans are faceless enemies who die quickly and without suffering. And like they're put out of their misery. They're exterminated from far away. They're like silhouettes of people. The only one you get to meet is the one that they let go, who eventually kills Tom Hanks. And you want him to die at the end. Every other Nazi, they all look kind of the same. They all got
there's at least two that you meet, because you have the one that wins the knife fight.
Right, but he looks like the other guy, the Mickey Mouse guy.
I thought it was.
No, he doesn't. No, he looks like a 40-year-old.
They're two
bullet-headed German guy.
A lot of people seem to think that they're the same guy. That's not true.
That's because people get confused with the blocking on that.
They got the same
shot.
haircut. Yeah. But also the other problem is every American soldier has to die like moaning and crying for his mother and bleeding out and saying, here's my letter. Whereas every German is like quietly dispatched every German is just like, none of them are like fighting against their will. None of them are anything. And I'm not saying like, the movie's bad or anything,
they are, because you remember the guy that they release is very humanized in the
right.
he's trying, Betty Grable, nice scams.
But
and
you
he's
realize,
trying to sing the national anthem. Oh, say can you see? Oh, say
Yeah.
can you see? Right.
Yeah.
But I see that as him being kind of slimy because he's willing to like,
No, I mean he's absolutely as terrified as anybody else, right? But
right.
the
But
thing
then
is
it's all
also
ruined because we see him later, just like back in the ranks, firing
right,
at all
because
these
well,
guys.
what are you going to do? Oh, they've let me go. The armies don't let you desert and just go. No, it's fine. You were captured and released. Oh, just go back home. No. As soon as you come across a patrol of your own people, all right, get in line. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well,
watching it, that's my problem with the film is Tom Hanks right there. It's like and even my nephew's 13 years old. He's like, Uncle Chris. He's like, why didn't Tom Hanks just kill him?
you saw it with your nephew?
Yeah, he's
how old is he?
13. My son's 16, so they never seen it in theaters. And my nephew's just like,
but they've seen it before.
No, well, my son and my nephew, my sister was weird because she's like, "Oh, Chris, I'm worried about it being too violent." I'm like, Jamie, he's played every fucking Mortal Kombat game in the past decade.
He plays Call of Duty. He lives this shit every day.
So,
he's being conditioned.
Oh, dude, I could run through like from Moha and early Call of Duty. I could walk Carentan and tell you every fucking place that happened because I ran through it and shot everybody in it.
But it's just that funny part, even like and I remember like I forgot the guy's name, the pussified guy there, as his buddy's getting knifed and shit with the ammo. You hear my nephew, he's screaming, he's at the screen, like, he's like, shoot him, get up, shoot him. He's, what's wrong with you? Yeah. The kid's 13, like laughing. He's like, I wouldn't did that.
Yeah, when Oppum is busy shitting himself in the stairway.
That's like the part where like he loses everyone's like confidence in that scene, and then
he shows from the B jump, he ain't the guy for it.
Right.
Oh yeah,
and oh, by the way, delivers on that because he's never really been in combat. He's been in the background, and he's with these guys who have been fighting since Sicily, North Africa, and then they go into Sicily and into Italy, and now they're up here, in Europe. But the interesting thing is Tom Hanks's the him saving the German guy, the way he does it is really smartly written. Right. He knows that his team is busy splitting itself in half and everybody's, on a razor's edge. Right. You have the sergeant that's ready to shoot, the guy that totes the BAR. Right. And Hanks, instead of weighing in and giving commands, asks the question, hey, what's the pool up onto me now?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like, what? Right. And he breaks that and then he announces, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
Right. That we're all just normies who my job is to get back home. That's it. Right. Yeah. I got a job to do. I do it. And if I do that, I earn the right to go back home. Yeah. And it makes everybody reset internally and then listen to him.
Well, what was it like watching it in theaters with was it a big crowd? Were they all getting into it?
It's like shockingly, there's only myself, four of us, my brother-in-law, 2 kids, and only about 5 other people, which I'm like, damn, considering what it is, but it shows where people are at nowadays, man. Yeah. It's like, but especially even walking out again, because I haven't seen it in theaters since it came out, and I was 15, but just watching the fucking Normandy scene, to this day, how anybody could film that scene, there's so much to unpack with that half-hour battle sequence, man. Like, oh my god,
my favorite was in you guys play Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64?
No,
I remember it.
I'm aware of it, but I didn't have an N64.
Well,
because I have balls.
Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong.
Well, I was 7.
This game was not like any other N64 game. So Diddy Kong Racing. There's a character named Conker, and he's a squirrel. Who's here? Lord of Toxicity is here.
Important. Yeah.
Hey.
What the hell?
The name is Ephialites, and you would do well to remember it, superstar.
Let's see if you can lift that shield, bitch.
How drunk betray you, losers, Dorkside?
How drunk is he?
You just got off work.
Yeah.
And what's your point?
I mean, the hilarious thing is that the actual Spartans, there's a reason that guy wouldn't have been alive. If you had a child that was born deformed, you put it out and let it die.
I always thought that was weird. Why didn't they kill him off already?
It's too late. you know,
He was saved.
but that was his family's duty.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's what Leonidas gets for being merciful. Hey,
Well-
Philly Phil's here. Fuck
Well,
yeah,
he
to
did say that
you,
during the
sir.
film that his father decided not to kill him. That's why it was his father's duty to kill him. His dad spared his life.
Right.
So, but yeah, but it's especially like when you see after when just Tom Hanks, they say like, look at that scene and you see Normandy and just the way Spielberg, how all the ocean's blood red from all the fucking blood and bodies and shit. And you're just watching it like just for a second to just absorb just how many people just got butchered in the course of like a couple hours, and like where the ocean's red with blood. Like fuck, man. Like
well, and that skill has almost nothing to do with it, right? Congrats, you are on the biggest crap table in the world, and you are throwing dice every second. And if you just happen to get a good roll, you made it up.
Yeah.
And once you make it up, to a point where like, you have enough leaders. Oh, by the way, it's probably, you put together a crew who are from 18 different platoons because everybody's been chewed up, right?
You're right. Yeah.
And you just find the one guy who knows what the hell he's doing. He's go, look, you got to put the Bangalores up there and blow this, a section through this.
Yeah, well, fucking rounds are firing around you as well.
Right.
That's got to rattle you as well. That's got to rattle you.
Him calling guys to run to the next crater, right? And you hear, and he goes, next two, right? And he just keeps going through the twos, sending them in, and everybody knows what's going to happen. You're just hoping you're the guy that rolls the dice lucky.
Even like Lenzo was saying though, I could see where some people would say the whole like when guys are dying calling to their mother. Twofold. Number one, half these guys were fucking between 12 and 16. Also, in that generation, people actually cared about their moms and respected their parents and elders, and having a mother
I'm
in
not
the
saying
house.
that's anything wrong. I'm just saying the problem is like you never see the Germans doing that. You never see the German like bleeding out, like "Help me, I'm dying!"
I mean, some people, a lot of guys did love their mothers back in the fucking 40s, and as they're dying, they're just calling out to mom. And how many times during the film, it's like just guys saying, as they're holding their guts, like I want to go home.
Yeah.
Or
the guy getting up and like grabbing his arm so that he can keep walking, right? Because you have that mental shock from physical shock from the wound, and then mentally, right? You're concussed or whatever, and you're like, oh, I need to take this with me. You're dead. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Dude, back to like
N64.
This is Conker's. This is
I
Conker's video game.
I know this game. Yeah.
Yeah, Conker was one of the characters from Diddy Kong Racing, and Diddy Kong Racing is like a children's game. And you get Conker's real game. It's called Bad Fur Day. This is one of the scenes from the game where you have to, storm a beach.
I got. Would somebody mind telling me what's going on here?
I remember I used to like the graphics in this game.
Actually, a lot better than graphics in today's games. Look at Gollum, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Nice doing it, guys.
Damn.
Oh, this is not for kids then.
Oh no, Conker's was definitely not for children. No.
Conker's is an N64 game, and they show titties, like a flower with huge titties, and some other stuff. It's weird, and it's British too. You'd like it. It's Northern English. It's like a lot of drinking.
I had this bit's bullshit. Like they could have easily dodged that because it was going the bullets were going so slow. But
dude, the amount of movies.
Can elaborate on this?
Dude, if you're a movie fan, you should play this game because they parody everything, dude. They parody The Matrix, they parody Saving Private Ryan, they parody Terminator and Aliens, and it's so good.
Yeah, Conker's is just an entire sample pop culture and take the piss out of it.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Has anyone seen The Longest Day? Because that's like D-Day as well. But you see,
dude, that's the one that. Yeah, I think that's the one that. What's the one that Lance wants me to watch? That's like based on his book. Is it The Longest Day? I don't think so. What are some other good war movies? You guys want to do war movie trivia?
Oh God,
which Crystal Fire is brilliant.
Really,
it's just war movies. Also, Toxic. Are you talking? Say something.
Say something.
Oh yeah, you sounded a little quiet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me turn it.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Can you name this movie set during the first year of World War I. The film is a dramatization of a historical incident which occurred around Christmas 1914 in the trenches of the Western Front.
Joyeux Noel, I think it's
There
called.
you go. Point to Northern
and
English
it's a good one.
bastard.
It's a fucking good one, that, and I'll really
Yeah,
watch
where
it.
they all meet and sing Christmas carols and all that.
Oh,
yeah,
Bridge
that
Too
shit,
Far
that
was
shit
last-
ended
Thank
after
you,
the
Keith.
first year. Yeah, not
Keith,
so
thank
much
you.
after that.
I'm gonna watch a Bridge Too Far like probably this weekend.
That's really
hopefully.
fucking good.
Thank you.
Bridge Too Far. The only problem is the Americans. They cast so many like big names who don't fit all that well, like Ryan O'Neal.
Like John Wayne in it. Who else is in it?
No, John Wayne's not in
aren't
Bridge.
they?
Well, so Bridge Too Far. The Brit side is cast pretty well. The Americans, it was who's hot right now, even if it doesn't fit. Okay, go right ahead. Robert Redford is in it and doesn't look nearly appropriate for the role he's playing.
All right.
I
Question
don't try and
2.
watch.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Lance.
Yeah,
Or
I
Luke.
don't try and watch ones that are about the other side as well, because people forget that in the later years, most Legends were just drafted, had to be there because they were drafted. Most of them weren't even Nazis. They had to do it,
Oh.
otherwise their families would probably get fucking executed for treason or some
Yeah,
shit.
that doesn't actually work out all that well. So the argument that they were going to be executed, that was always an excuse that they tried to do for. Well, I didn't really want to do the Holocaust, right? I was just forced that. That's not true. The documents actually show plenty of soldiers who filed moral grievances about having to do that duty, and they were just reassigned.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 2. This film, set in Russia during the Napoleonic Wars, is based on a novel by Leo Tolstoy. The film contains depictions of the battles of Austerlitz and Borodino.
War and Peace.
War and
Thank
Peace.
you. All right, you guys better. Even if you're googling stuff, that's
Can
fine.
you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay now.
Yeah.
You're still a bit quiet, but
I think you just need to get closer to your microphone. Is what it is.
Okay, how's that? Test.
Yeah,
Test.
better. Yeah, that's okay.
yeah,
That's
that's
it.
a little better.
There you go.
Yeah.
All
No.
right.
War and Peace. I read it in person.
All right,
Great.
so we got Luke and West tied for 1.
Okay.
All right, which 1930 movie was based on a novel by Eric Maria Remarque?
All silent on the Western Front.
All Quiet on the Western
Oh, All
Front.
Quiet, sorry.
I'll give you the point for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 1-1-1. Blue collar loser is losing. Set in the First World War, what is the title of this David Lean blockbuster, which introduced a famous blue-eyed Irish actor to the worldwide cinema audience for the first time?
The Blue Max.
Nope. It's a really good movie. Everyone
David
knows it.
Lean. So
It's Gallipoli.
Oh,
Nope.
Lawrence of Arabia.
There you go. Lawrence of Arabia. We got Emperor J with 2, Luke and Toxic with 1, and Blue Collar. You'll catch up, I'm sure. Sailors. Number 5. Sailors on board a ship revolt against their superiors over some rotten meat, leading to a massacre on a huge staircase in Odessa. Which
The
film?
Battleship Potemkin.
Holy shit. 1925 film. You got it. Wow.
Wow, can we get something from this era? Or
Yeah, I'm trying.
It's not fair because Jay is like 80 years old, so of course he's
but
going to
you're
know.
60, so I mean it's okay.
Yeah.
One of the earliest occurrences of the term "on a wing and a prayer" was in this 1942 John Wayne movie about Claire Chennault's first American volunteer group. Name the film.
Oh,
is this the first stump? Is
Ooh.
I wish I knew that.
I can absolutely envision it, and I can't think of.
I
the
wish
name.
I knew the title.
I'll give you a hint. There's an animal in the title.
That doesn't help me much. Whoa.
It's not Where Eagles Dare, is it?
Nope.
John Wayne was
Eagles Landed? No.
No, I know. There's 2 movies that have a similar name to that.
Oh. All right, I'm going to give you an X on that one. The answer is The Flying Tigers.
Flying Tigers.
There you go.
Yes.
Everyone knows that tigers don't fly.
So we've got. Oh, Keith, you were close. Hellcats.
Okay.
Damn.
That was
got
Flying Out of
cat in the
Burma.
Okay, so we've got 2-1-1-0 still, right? Heartbreak Ridge from the Clint Eastwood movie of the
Eastwood.
same name is found in which country? that also gives its name to the war in which the battle took place?
Vietnam.
Nope.
Vietnam. Oh, Korea. Fuck.
Damn it.
Korea is for
I'll give it to
Heartbreak
you.
Ridge.
I'll give it to you.
Sorry.
Toxic. Charlie Chaplin named his character Adenoid Heinkel, but the parody of Hitler was obvious. What was the title of the film?
Oh
The
God,
Dictator.
yeah, the
There you
Dictator. Yeah, where he's playing with the
The
ball
Great
of the earth.
Dictator, but
The
I'll
Great
give that to you,
Dictator.
Luke. I'll give that to you, Luke. That's got a great that was how I discovered M83, the band. There was a YouTube video
Great group
of
Maybe.
him doing his speech with
brilliant
one of the
speech.
songs behind it, and I was like, "What is this
Which song?
music?"
Midnight City.
No, this is way before that. In fact, before that, he had also done a skate video that I had seen where like all these skateboarders are skateboarding. I'll fucking find that shit. But I was like, I'll track that
Grenada's when the what they do.
Grenada's where they actually fight. Yeah.
Yeah, they're based on that. But yeah, I mean, so that wasn't too far wrong. But
And you
Oh
can
my
beat me, and you
God.
can kick me, you can bore me and kill me. Just don't bore me. Yeah, it's
Hell
what-
yeah. All
I
right.
love that when he's in the fucking brig.
We'll see. I don't know how much I can show of this because it's the music, but fuck, I don't care. It's such a cool. It's so cool. Let's see. I think I want to say
Oh yeah.
Spike Jones had something to do with this. This song was the first time I heard of M83.
Whoa, really loud, really loud.
Sorry. Is that better?
A little bit. That's weird. I feel like they might have used this for something else, or maybe it was on a TikTok or something. Yeah, M83 is really underrated. Wow.
God, I love these slow-mo things sometimes, especially for shit like that.
You ever seen that Dave Chappelle
man.
skit where he says that everything's better in slow-mo?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Actually,
it's
hilariously,
like-
the pads, the synth pads on this remind me of Heat.
It does.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it does sound like Heat, doesn't it? We got.
He always uses his voice.
I know.
Gotta do
So
it.
it's like, yeah, it's
I'm
bad
not-
enough
I'm
that they're
not
doing
gonna do this.
skateboard ramps, but they're all like exploding under their feet and shit. It's badass. Definitely check out that video. But yeah,
Yeah,
then
fuck
later
it,
after the fact, finding that Great Dictator video and realizing like same dude doing the same music in both videos, and I was like, oh, nice. So yeah, what were you gonna say, Luke?
Yeah, just commenting on how fucking great things look in slow motion, especially when concrete gets blasted and you see that dust just fly up there.
Oh yeah, dude.
If it's,
All right.
if
Oh,
it's
just
done-
do it in CG. It'll be so much better.
Yeah,
if
but
it's-
no,
if
when you
it's
see it
done
for
right,
real,
Oh yeah.
it can
Wait.
definitely be overused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Snyder again?
I mean,
So
I
I want to say,
Neither confirmed nor denied that, Senator.
I want to say the score is what 2-2 and 2 and 0. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds about right.
All right. Well, number
don't even know
9.
what
This
that means.
question. Look, this question. All right. This is a kind of what Wes asked for. It's a question about Saving Private Ryan. But
Okay.
if you fucking know the answer to this, I'll give you 2 points. Shit.
Yay.
What
love
was
that.
what was Jackson's last prayer before the tank spotted him and Private Parker inside the bell tower? And Saving Private
fucker.
Ryan.
Like
What is
what-
his last
like what-
prayer when
what-
he's
what-
shooting people?
Like, what part of the Bible is it from, or do we have to like recite it?
I'll take either answer.
Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
There
I
was so
think,
much.
I think
going-
it's the Lord's prayer, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I wasn't paying attention.
Let's see.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
there's,
think it
there's
is.
so much going on.
He was
Um,
fucking awesome. He's the best
Wow.
fucking character in that film.
Yeah.
He's just fucking.
Really?
Yeah.
Barry
Yeah, to
Pepper.
me, I don't know why
liked him.
he's the best one. I don't know why. It's just something cool.
I
about
mean,
this
people.
guy.
Well, see, that's the thing. People in war movies will always gravitate towards the sniper because the sniper gets to do the coolest shit, and the sniper is that person that kind of stands alone. That's why Stephen Hunter's books about snipers are so popular, and they made that movie Shooter with fucking Mark Wahlberg of all people. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Oh, well, there you go then.
Nope.
I
No,
never
it's not.
realized that. I just thought he was a cool character. I mean, if I had to
No,
say
I
out of
get
the-
it, but
out of
it's like
yeah.
it's like why everybody
know.
like everybody want to be they don't even call them sniper. You're called a designated marksman. like in my field and stuff like that. And it's everybody wants to do it until they realize what comes along with that kind of job. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah, 'cause
have
it looks like a boring job as well because you're waiting around a lot.
Yeah.
You got to fucking adjust the wind and all that
Yeah.
shit and off the
probably the
bullet
most
doesn't lose
accurate I've ever
momentum.
seen is like American Sniper, where he's like pissing on the floor and he's laying down there for a fucking shot and his elbows are all fucked up and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I really kind of always gravitate towards the New York guy. What was his name?
The one with BAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caparzum? Vin
No.
Diesel?
Caparzo.
No.
Or Giovanni Ribisi? Wade?
Neither.
No.
He's
Edward Burns, the handsome one.
The big tall one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to him?
The correct guy to carry a BAR because the rest of them would get knocked on their ass trying to shoot that 30-06 fully automatic.
Vin Diesel probably could have handled it as well.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he's dead. He's dead in that part of the movie. What was Jackson's last prayer? It is actually my goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and he whom I trust.
Yeah,
it
my
is
shield
Psalm
and he whom I trust.
144:2. I didn't expect any of you to get that. Jeez.
No. Sorry.
All right. In what 1964 film of World War II was James Garner offered an opportunity to be the first dead man on Omaha Beach?
Oh, it's not the longest day again, is it? I can't remember if it's on it. It's been a while.
No, I don't know this one either, guys. I'm sorry. It's the Americanization of Emily. It's okay. It's okay. Some of these are hard. I don't know. There's not too many war movie trivias on the internet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Heartbreak Ridge is a movie set in the 1980s and follows the story of a grizzled veteran sergeant and his Marine recon team as they prepare for and participate in the invasion of Grenada.
Yeah.
Which actor plays the sergeant?
Clint Eastwood.
There you go, Wes. Good job. All right. So I think we got.
There's two sergeants, but okay.
True. Yeah.
Because you have Sergeant Major.
Well, that's the answer we got. He's the grizzled veteran sergeant that we're talking about.
They're both grizzled veterans. They both fought on Heartbreak Ridge. Only one of them has the CMH, though.
All right. Well, can you name the movie about American pilots flying for France in World War I that stars Tab Hunter and features Eastwood in one of his earliest supporting roles?
No clue.
Lafayette Escadrille.
Yeah, Lafayette Escadrille is the name of the American forces there.
Was this before I did Rawhide?
The movie has been criticized as more of a love story than a war movie. It follows the tale of American pilots played by Tab Hunter, David Janison, William Hutchins, and Clint Eastwood in an early supporting role. All right. Can you name the 1942 movie in which John Wayne plays a pilot in China, flying in China for the first American volunteer group? What? The Flying Tigers again?
That's the Flying Tigers. Yeah.
Why the fuck did we get this bullshit? All right. In 1944, this movie co-starred Dennis O'Keefe and Susan Hayward and tells the story of the formation of the Navy's construction battalions.
Oh, the Fighting Seabees.
There you go. Holy shit. Who stars in the movie The Beguiled, which follows the story of a wounded Union soldier who is cared for at a Southern all-girl boarding school? Hell yeah.
That sounds more like a porn than a war movie, if I'm being honest.
God, I have to flip a coin on this. So it's I think it's Clint Eastwood.
That's right.
Yeah, it was either that or Brando, and I was like, I know, I'm pretty sure it's Clint Eastwood.
Almost all of it, like he's getting all of these movies from Turner Classic Movies.
I want to say the score is 4.
Of course, the guy with the AARP.
The Beguiled actually ran on HBO.
Of course, the guy with the AARP card is going to know all the answers to these ones. I mean, Jesus.
Well, when you get your learner's permit, you too can participate.
All right. This guy. All right. This one might be pretty easy. So, first one to say it. The first movie follows Marine recruits through basic training on Paris Island. And
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. Wes got it. Later, there's like two sentences.
Interestingly, my second cousin was a DI with Arlie Ermy.
Oh shit!
Nice.
No
Well,
shit.
here's the
tours in
whole
Vietnam.
question. Here's the whole question. It's like Paris Island. It ends with Tet Offensive in the city of Hue. Stanley Kubrick. It's like right there.
City of Way. City of
Way. Is that how you say that? Damn.
Yeah, it's Way.
H-U-E.
H-U-Y.
Yeah.
Way.
Way.
No way. All right. Name the movie in which Robin Williams stars as a disc jockey.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh my God. We got 5, 4, and 2. Wes is in the lead. Unbelievable. I'm just kidding. All right, this movie is one of my all-time favorites. What the fuck? You don't know me. All right, this movie. All right, this movie is based on the actual grinding assault of a fortified position on high ground in the Ashwa Valley by elements of
Hamburger Hill.
Hamburger Hill.
Fucking A, Wes.
Don't mean
winning.
nothing, baby. Not a thing.
Wes is winning by 2 points. Okay.
I need to watch more war
and
films.
an excellent David
Bill.
Keith is in that. Oh man, there's a whole
You guys,
ton
there's
of
40 questions, so you got time to catch up. All right. In The Russians Are Coming. Oh, sorry. Rockford Files, the early years. That was wrong. Whatever question that was for. Sorry, Keith.
He's making a joke. He's making a joke because you had the one about what's his name from the Rockford
James
Files.
Garner.
James Garner.
James Garner in his
There you
early.
go.
He was just making a joke.
Cool.
Actually, there is a Rockford Files tie to war.
Hell yeah. All right.
Why does
so,
James Garner have a limp in the Rockford Files? Because his
Vietnam
character
vet?
he fought in Korea.
Oh wow.
All right, question number 19 out of 40. In The Russians Are Coming, from 1966, why were the Russians really on Gloucester Island?
They got lost.
Yeah, I've not seen it. So I
What
don't
is that
know.
word? What word did you mean? Gloucester Island?
Gloucester?
Gloucester.
Gloucester.
Gloucester. Yeah, it's like Worcester.
Because they were going to defect.
Yeah, the correct answer is their sub ran aground nearby.
Ah, okay.
So,
well, all right then. All right then.
Number 20, the Battle of River Plate from 1956 depicted one of the early naval actions of World War II. In which South American city's harbor did the German ship take refuge?
Oh,
Lance is up.
God damn it!
Hey, what up, Lance?
Lance,
we're doing war trivia. If you want to come in here,
You should fucking kill it. He's a big history
Yeah,
buff.
but how is he gonna? We're halfway through the thing, man.
he's that good, baby. But if he does it, no worries. I think
Is it Buenos Aires?
No, it's not Buenos Aires unless it's in Montevideo.
No, Montevideo is different.
Montevideo is the correct answer.
But that's the Turpits, I believe.
I'm gonna send Lance the link anyway in case he wants to come in here.
Yeah, the Turpits gets fucked up, goes in, parks for a bit, and then neutrality's challenged. They have to go back out and get the shit shot out of them.
Damn. Sorry.
Also,
Sorry,
I need to ask Lance if he's talking about streaming tomorrow, Tuesday, or next Tuesday. I forgot. So get in here, Lance, if you want. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Montevideo. I see.
Montevideo. You should have pronounced that a lot better there.
Montevideo. Okay.
Montevideo.
There he is. Cool. What up, Lance? How you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling a bit poorly.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You poorly. Oh, you poorly.
Well, what's the matter, buddy? You all right?
Yeah, no, I've got a bit of a sore throat.
Yeah, I just got over that shit. I had like some kind of 2-week bronchial RSV respiratory
Find
virus.
out what it means to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you say you're doing a war movie quiz?
We're doing war movie trivia. We're 20 questions in 40, but honestly, Wes is winning with 6 points.
Was there any ones that people couldn't get?
Yeah, let's see. Let me see if you can. Let me.
Hell,
I think the first.
Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything.
That port is. I think that port's pronounced Montevideo.
Yeah.
Montevideo.
All right, here's one that stumped everybody. Let's see if you can get it, Lance. This is question number 6. One of the earliest occurrences of the term "on a wing and a prayer" was in this 1942 John Wayne movie about Claire Chennault's first American volunteer group.
That's the war film that he made when the war was still going on. But that's not it's not the Sand Pebbles, is it?
No, it is not.
No. And the Sands of Iwo Jima was later. That was made later. So no.
There are clues in the question. Read it again to him.
Oh, really? There are?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta find it again. Let's see. All right. One of the earliest occurrences of the term "on a wing and a prayer" was in this
Yeah.
1942 John Wayne movie about Claire Chenault's first American volunteer group? I don't see what
The
Jay's
volunteer
talking about.
group is if you know Chenault, but more
You're
specifically, if you know the volunteer
you're
group.
talking about the first female flyers or something, but they weren't fighter pilots, but I thought they were called like the 69ers or something.
No, well, I'm glad. Well, that stumped everyone. So I guess that the answer to that was the Flying Tigers.
Right. So when they were flying out of Burma, tried to support the Brits.
We'll blame it on the head cold, buddy. This is another one that stumped everybody. In 1964 film about World War II, James Garner was offered an opportunity to be the first dead man on Omaha Beach.
Would that be D-Day, 6th of June?
No, that's not the name of the film. It is.
Hang on, not The Longest Day.
No,
he's not.
It's something I never heard of called the Americanization of Emily.
I've never heard of.
Right,
Never heard of that, but it sounds like an S&M porn movie. But
that's what I said.
Yeah.
No, it's about taking a really thin girl and making her fat.
All right.
Are you sure that's a war film?
It is set in war. It is not a war film, if I'm recalling correctly.
Here's Wes. All right, this is a new question for everybody. All right, we're back to the present. This is also Wes asking for more modern questions, more modern movies. So, in what this 1992 film was based on a novel by William Wharton and features a young Ethan Hawke?
Oh, A Midnight Clear.
Damn, Lance coming right out of the gate with number one. Chris still has 0.
Directed by my friend Keith Gordon.
Oh, Keith Gordon from Christine, right?
Yeah, directed that movie, and I was at the UK premiere of that film, and that was when I met Keith, and he then became my script mentor.
I'll be damned.
Did he, whenever he was filming a shot, just go before the cameras and say, "Okay, show me," just to see if the cameras would take care of things and he wouldn't have to do the work?
Yeah, he tried that. It didn't work.
I've done that with every car I've bought at some point where I'm like, okay, show me. No, all right. Well, I'm gonna have to do it myself. All right.
That movie, by the way, was shot in Colorado, and the chateau that you see, that was a 2-sided set. You only ever get it from certain angles, and then the interiors of the shadow were shot at a private school. In Colorado somewhere. So yeah, there you go.
Maybe if Chris isn't gonna score any points, maybe he can help me keep score. I'm just kidding. Sure. So the current score right now is Wes is in the lead with 6. Jay has 4. Luke has 2. Lance has 1. And blue collar loser living up to his name, dead last. Which?
Yikes.
All right. Question number 22. Which 2001 movie saw a Siberian shepherd locked in a deadly sniper duel with a German
enemy at the gates?
Enemy at the gates.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna give it to Lance.
That's a good one.
He was the loudest.
I can be louder.
I was in there. I was in there waiting.
I heard Lance the hardest, and he's got 2 points now. Let's give Lance
Siberian wolf.
Dude. You know how impressive it'd be if Lance wins.
Well, for fuck's sakes, if you're gonna let the fucking break come in here and just steal the whole thing and just giving away the game to him, you dirty whoop.
If he wins by 1 point, I will. I'll give it to you, Wes. All right, I'll tell you that.
Typical fucking Dagos want to ruin the game for me.
Living up your name. All right, okay, go for it. What's the next one?
All right, number 23. What is the name of the Vietnam epic film based on a novel by Joseph Conrad?
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now,
Luke, coming in with 3 points. All right.
Yeah,
the book is Heart
say
of
that,
Darkness.
but I was thinking, is that right?
I'm glad they didn't say Heart of Darkness.
Because he said Conrad, and I was like, Heart of Darkness. Get the fuck out of my head. I need the name of the movie.
If they had said Heart of Darkness, everyone would have shouted.
Jay, fucking Gen X unites. I was thinking Heart of Darkness as well. My bad.
Yeah.
All right. Which World War II movie stars Clark Gable?
Jesus Christ.
Hell's Angels?
No. Which World War II movie starred Clark Gable? I should do this as a living fucking MC trivia.
Yeah, because you know how to fucking cheat. That's what you know.
The Rockford Files. Oh shit, not that. No.
Yeah, I can't. I can picture it, but I can't.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and X that one out, and the correct answer is Command Decision.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Okay,
yeah, it's not great.
Oh, it's right. He's a naval officer, isn't he?
Yeah. At least you know nobody's cheating because no one's getting these
Exactly.
You brought in the British ringer. Yeah.
All got integrity.
Well, yeah. All right. Can you name this movie? The film is a dramatization of the true story of a regiment of Union soldiers, one of its kind.
Glory.
Wes got it.
Yeah.
7 points for Wes. Oh, man. Nobody likes a sore winner, Wes. Or a sore loser. All right. So number 26. This 1970 film is an account of the English Civil War, concentrating on the participation and contributions. Holy shit. All right, 3 points. You're tied with Luke.
Fucking lifetime.
So we got 7, 4, and 2 for 3.
Why don't you just throw him some more fucking easy ones?
Yeah, easy ones. Chris, help me keep score on this. This is getting complicated.
Hey, I wonder if our British guest will fucking remember a fucking British war movie that came out when he was a teenager. Yeah, I fucking wonder. Yeah,
I wasn't even born when that film came out.
All right,
1970.
Carry on.
All right, Brigadier General Frank Savage takes over the troubled 918th Bomb Group and attempts to inculcate discipline.
Inculcate, maybe?
Inculcate. Thank you.
Catch 22. I said it already.
Now, inculcate discipline as well as morale. Which 1949 film directed by Henry King am I talking about?
He already said it.
I already said it. I said Catch 22.
That's not the answer.
No, not 1949.
In the 70s.
1949 film directed by Henry King about a Brigadier General Frank Savage takes over the troubled 918th Bomb Group and attempts to inculcate discipline as well as morale. Nope.
I almost said Dam Busters, but that's the 50s.
I'll tell you a hint. There is a number in the title. You were close with that. I'll give you that. And if I were to
Mighty Eighth.
No. It is called 12 O'Clock High.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, of course.
It's okay. For which film, you guys are all doing good, by the way, except Chris. He's doing terrible.
Yeah.
For which movie did Gary Cooper win his first Academy Award?
Sergeant York.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the year. Was it the year?
No, that's it. You got it.
No,
Sergeant York, 1941.
Yeah.
It's basically Heartbreak Ridge from the fucking 30s.
Okay, so current score is 7. Luke, you're tied with Jay with 4, and then
Hacksaw Ridge. Sorry, it's
Lance
Hacksaw Ridge.
has
Hacksaw
Ridge
Ridge.
in a way. Yeah.
Well,
All
except
right.
that Sergeant York doesn't just carry people; he gets out his gun, and starts turkey shooting. Yeah,
like a fucking boss and all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 29. In which film about a daring wartime bombing raid is a dog the first casualty before the aircraft have even taken off?
The Dam Busters.
Wow. Okay. You broke that tie. Good job, Jay. You got 5
I
points.
thought there was one in the 20s. I thought there was
When I tell you guys how many points you have, please remember and don't lie. This is getting confusing. All right. Wing and a Prayer was the name of a 1944 film starring Dana Andrews and Don Ameche. It was set in the lead up to what naval battle considered the turning point of the war in the Pacific? What was the naval battle?
Midway.
All right, there you go, Lance. So you're back tied with Luke, 5 points. Wait,
did I have 6 or 7?
You had 7.
The problem is I have Don Ameche from the 80s stuck in my head, and thinking of him trying to fly. Yeah.
Folks is one of my favorite fucking movies ever.
He's great in Cocoon as well.
He's great in Cocoon as well, too.
Love Cocoon.
My favorite part of Cocoon is when naked, what's his name? Wilford Brimley goes into the shower and he's like, "Hey, little girl, want some candy?" with his wife.
Whereas most men would say naked Raquel Welch's daughter getting into the swimming pool, but you're in the Wilford Brimley camp.
We see Wilford Brimley's ass. That part is hilarious.
And I think he's the youngest. I think he's the youngest of those actors by like a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he
guys,
he's
Because
looked old
he's
for
probably
so
only in his
long.
50s, I think, when he makes Cocoon.
I'm going to blow your mind. Wilford Brimley was older in was younger in Cocoon than fucking Ralph Macchio is now in Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. Wilford Brimley was born looking like 50.
The goddamn rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys see the director's cut of Cocoon where he has the rope?
Oh, wait! I
I'm
need to show
fine
you.
now. Let me back
That
in.
reminds me.
I'm all right, and I just want back in.
I just want to come back in. You watch.
I'm
Clark.
much better now, and I just want to come back in.
Wait, hang on.
I got a little out of control when I saw all this sugar-free ice cream.
Diabetes. It was my diabetes.
I had a bad diabetes.
Listen,
And I
you
find
guys
my
are
wife
gonna
has been
appreciate
dead
this.
for 6 years. Who the hell did I hit?
Look, you guys are gonna appreciate this because we were all on the Thing streams together. The Thing. But I saw this meme. I showed it to Wes. But yeah,
Oh, Jesus
this
Christ.
is because we're talking about how Norris has probably been the Thing the longest. So this is Norris, quote unquote, calculating how long the ships have been there. He fucking crashed it there. You know, maybe he tagged along to see if he could find any of his stuff. But yeah, his face right here. He's like, "Yep, shit's been here for 100,000 years at least."
At least backscatter effect's been bringing stuff up from the ice for 100,000 years at least.
All right. Enough of this shit. Back to trivia. We got seriously, it's 7 with Wes and then a 3-way tie for 5. Holy crap. This is actually getting close.
It's exciting.
And
Except for
we've got-
Blue Collar, who has a big old goose egg still.
Yeah. You might as well.
He's just sandbagging. He's waiting.
You
He's
might
like,
as well just
I'll
sit
let
it
everybody
out.
get some hope, and then I'm coming in, crush them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, if he got the next 10, he could fucking win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prawn.
He's like,
Not
all
only
right,
is all
time's
zero,
over.
Oh,
You've all had a taste of success.
All
Let me
right,
show you
all
how it's done.
Question number 31 out of 40. All right, it's getting close. Beaches, John Wayne, Marines, and Mount Suribachi. These clues lead
Sands of
you-
Iwo Jima.
Oh yeah, Iwo Jima is the correct answer, but yeah, it takes place in the war movie. Iwo Jima.
Iwo Jima.
You mean the Clint Eastwood one, though?
No, he meant the John Wayne one.
John Wayne. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's letters, isn't it? Letters of Iwo Jima.
All right, 76550. All right, here we go.
Nice.
What was the name of the East German actor who portrayed Hitler in 7 different films between 1955 and 1977?
Oh, fuck. I actually know this.
Yeah.
Here's a hint. He has a name that was used by Allied soldiers to refer to any German.
Handsome up.
Well, it's Klaus something.
Nope.
No.
There's 2 Z's in this name.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
All right. It's Fritz Diaz. Fritz Diaz nuts.
Fritz
All
Diaz.
right. Also spelled with a Z. Okay.
I was going to be wrong anyway. I thought it was Bruno Gans.
It's okay. A burned out and troubled officer is sent deep into the jungle of Vietnam to defray the actions
Bridge on
of
the
a
River
renegade colonel. The film was Apocalypse Now, was based on the novel Heart of Darkness by what Polish
Joseph Conrad.
writer?
Oh, Joseph Conrad.
Sorry. Damn.
Jesus
that was
Christ.
a shitty question.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the lead with 8, Wes. Or you were always worried.
Lance, are you okay? Was that Lance?
Yeah, I'm just coughing.
He's got the cold. I just went through that shit.
He's not a fan of Joseph Conrad.
I went through that shit right around Halloween. Okay, now I might want to wait till I finish this question. All right, don't be shouting at random shit. Matthew Broderick plays Captain Robert Goldshaw, commander of the 54th Massachusetts in Glory. Which war is the setting for this movie?
Civil War.
American Civil War.
Sorry, Lance. I'm gonna have to give it to Jay.
Oh,
It's okay.
Lance, don't hurt yourself trying to do it, buddy.
So Jay.
Although, hey, can I just ask a real quick admin question? If Lance passes away during
No.
this game, I still win, right?
Sure.
just stop popping your cock in my mouth and I'll be fine. Right.
That's probably. Hey, if that
I'm
had
surprised
happened,
you even noticed, Lance, or
Yeah.
something that small.
oh wow.
I think I
Hey.
just got lockjaw.
Yeah, you would notice. You would notice because the toxic effects would.
Yeah, the clap would definitely be getting in there.
That would actually explain a lot. That would explain a lot.
All right, so
Herpes, you
I think
carried
the
with it like
Jesus
luggage.
Christ. All right, so the score right now is 8-7-5-5, I believe. I hope so. If hey, if someone wins and then I replay the tape and actually go over the, don't be surprised if next week I hit the winner up and be like, hey, by the way, I miscalculated. You actually lost. So I'm sorry. It might happen. But anyway. Continuing, number 35.
Do you count votes in Chicago or something? Is that
yeah. the water main busted at 2 a.m.
Oh, what happened? What are you gonna
do?
You know, Enzo, my grandmother used to say, never trust a Sicilian. They'll cut your stomach open if they think you swallowed a penny.
Okay.
Also, Cleopatra was black.
This is kind of a weird question, but I'll allow it. This Sergio Leone movie uses the Civil War almost as another character.
Good and the bad and the ugly.
All right. So we've got two ties. We've got Wes and Jay tied for 8, Lance and Luke tied for 5, and me and Chris tied for 0.
Yay.
Yay.
I feel like, to be fair to Chris, you got all this shit on the fucking table in the background. He's just looking at that turkey and all that shit.
It's like me some of them taters.
All artificial.
You got some mustard for him biscuit.
You might be a redneck if Thanksgiving was ruined because you ran out of ketchup.
Ooh, that dog of mine.
All right. Number 36. Do you know which 1948 John Ford movie, the first in his cavalry trilogy, stars John Wayne and Henry Fonda as U.S. cavalry officers in the Indian
She wore a yellow
Wars?
ribbon?
She wore a yellow ribbon.
Nope.
No.
Stagecoach?
Searchers?
No.
Stagecoach too early.
You want to come in, Lance? You got one? 1948 John Ford movie, the first in his cavalry trilogy, stars John Wayne and Henry Fonda as U.S. cavalry officers in the Indian Wars. I can't read. Nope.
Oh, sorry. What was the question? I was in the loo.
All right, I'll repeat it one more time just for you, Lance, because you're cool. Do you know which 1948 John Ford movie, the first in his cavalry trilogy, was stars John Wayne and Henry Fonda as U.S. cavalry officers in the Indian Wars?
Oh, I've got that movie. It's not like The Horseman or
no.
I thought the Searchers, but I was wrong.
It is called
it's not the Searchers.
Called Fort Apache.
God damn it! God damn it!
All right. Number 37. Robert Montgomery had top billing in this 1945 movie, with John Wayne getting second billing. The movie tells the story of the beginnings of the use of PT boats by the Navy during World War II. Name this movie.
PT 109.
No.
No, that was a joke answer.
We have way too many Navy fucking movies in this motherfucking.
Depends on Love Seaman. What are you going to say? I mean, that's how it goes.
No,
it depends. I'm
a huge fan of Seaman.
No, it isn't that answer, Lance.
Okay.
What'd you say? Say it one more time.
What did I didn't say anything.
No, what did Lance say one more time?
I said away all boats.
No. Okay.
No.
I was just making sure.
Not North Sea Hijack.
Okay.
I've not seen that film, but no.
All right,
that's
guys.
not World War II, man.
It's getting close. That the answer to this one is they were expendable.
God, I actually kind of knew that one, but I didn't want to say it.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, Wes.
Damn
All right. Name the 1939 movie that contains one of the most famous scenes. In which part of Atlanta burns?
Gone with the Wind.
Oh my God! You have broken the spell.
Can you stop picking movies where Wes is in his 20s when they came out?
Yeah, I did not.
What? Jay's like 40 years older than me.
Yeah, Jay.
The South will rise again. I'm just saying.
We're not going to figure out who's the eldest here, but you're all three. We are going to respect all three of you guys because you're all.
What the fuck? I am not that fucking old.
All right, guys. All right.
He just looks it.
It's 8-7-5-5.
No, I think I've got 9.
Lead.
I think I've got 9. But...
If he's a point ahead of me, he's got 9. He's got 9.
Yeah, you broke the tie already earlier, right?
Yeah, because I had 8. Yeah, I had 8.
Well, we got 2 more questions left, so
motherfucker.
Let's see what happens.
Heat is on.
the last film in which Oliver Stone's Vietnam trilogy is Heaven and Earth. It stars this actor more famous for dressing in black and hunting a fugitive in an Oscar-winning role. Who is this actor?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay, so it's 9-8.
Woo!
5-5. Number 40. Holy shit. All right, this is going to be quick of the draw over here, okay? In Casualties of War, Sean Penn stars alongside what other actor?
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, Johnson.
It's a two-way tie between Wes and Jay. Okay, so how are we going to break this tie? What do you guys think we should do?
Let me do it. Let me do a guest question.
Sure, you got it.
Bring it.
You got it, Lance.
Oh God, this is going to be about like the Scottish.
Yes, this is going to be an old ass movie.
Fuck. As if.
Uh-huh.
Clueless.
No. What unusual map did Gene Hackman's character use in order to send his coordinates for rescue?
Topographical.
Oh, and Bat 21?
Yeah. Topographical.
Oh, it was golf.
Incorrect. Golf course, correct. There you go.
Oh, Jay, we don't call you the Emperor for nothing, or you don't call yourself the Emperor for nothing.
Damn it.
Well, that was still really cool, really close. You guys all did very well. I think we're all the winner, except for Chris, obviously.
Yeah.
He got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
But I get a bonus 5 points for coming in halfway.
Of course.
Technically,
Yeah,
I
dude.
won.
I mean, I bet you if you were here the whole time, you probably would have whooped everyone's ass. But honestly, we kind of had to give these guys. We had to give you a handicap. Dude, Lance.
Yeah. What are you saying? That we're the bad guys? We got to have a handicap? What,
Lance
RTD?
Lance streams. We're tying it back to the evil crippled thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as that goes, we all have a handicap in some way. You know, I mean, fucking English bastard can't fucking speak. He's got that bad speech impairment.
I've got my my full head of hair and my third leg. That's a horrible thing. I got to lug around everywhere
you
I
know,
go.
More, yeah.
I also have a giant ass, you guys. I don't know if you realize this, but my ass.
Yeah,
is
no,
huge.
we know.
Show it, yeah.
Wops always have a big old fucking pooper
I
on
have
him.
a badonka dog.
At least the massive ass acts as ballast for your third leg.
Keith,
I'm not handicapped. I'm handy capable.
Keith has been coming in here. Sorry, I didn't see any of your questions or your answers, Keith, but none of them are correct, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was busy.
I was
looking
kind
at
of
the other
surprised we
screen.
didn't get any Audie Murphy questions. I was kind of surprised at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because he was a real life veteran as well, wasn't he?
Fucking
CMH winner.
Say,
CMH winner.
This is all I'm gonna say, guys. Hog cranked, pants shid, barb left, gob blessed. That's all we gotta do. All right, that's all you gotta know.
Sure.
Them magic words. Now, I want to do something a little different. Something we don't really do too often, but I've done it before.
Is this going to involve me dressing up as Little Bo Peep?
No, we're gonna watch another episode.
Is it Thursday already?
Dramatize me. We're gonna watch another episode of Dramatize Me. This video. Sorry, Jesus, still in trivia mode. This video is titled "Toxic Boss Forbids to Celebrate Thanksgiving, but Fate decides otherwise." All right, now I don't know if Chris ever saw one of these. This is something we used to do definitely back in the old Facebook streaming days. So, Dramatize Me. Here we go.
Whoa, Parker, where you going? Shift isn't over yet.
We discussed it last week. You gave me Thanksgiving day off. I haven't seen family for a month or so.
Well, then who's going to be taking care of the patients, huh?
But the ward is empty. I'm sure it is because I discharged last patient this morning.
So in case you guys aren't aware, this show is produced in like Ukraine or Eastern Europe somewhere, and what they do is they have like, you know, comment sections. Like these people send in scripts. Anyone can send in scripts for whatever, and they just turn it into like a weird television skit. It's very strange. So continue.
I think it would be better if they had like an episode where it's just acted out, but there's no dialogue, and then people have to submit like suggestions for the subtitles to script it.
Yeah. Just fair warning, everyone's got a weird accent, and the subtitles are needed. And also, these are almost always like weird gotcha morality tales. Okay. I've also haven't seen this, so I don't know what the hell we're about to witness.
What the fuck?
Again, Parker. Mrs. Morrison is being kept for further observation. You're on duty tonight.
Dr. Parker, I've already bought tickets and I'm having flight in a couple of hours.
I'm having flight.
So take another flight.
By the way, it's not my patient, it's Marty's, so ask him to stand here.
I've already let him go.
It's not fair, Dr. Carson.
Listen, Parker, one more word out of you and you're done here. Do you hear me? Or else you'll be flipping burgers to pay off those loans.
He's a goddamn medical. What? All right, I don't know. Have you guys ever had a boss like this ever?
I mean, they've kind of, and to some degree, they've all been like this in one manner or another.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, luckily for me, I mean, I actually gave a shit in the military to a certain degree. But you know, after I got out of the military and I became a felon, I don't give a fuck. I can do any shit job anywhere. You know, I basically like the second somebody annoys me, I'm just like, go fuck yourself. I usually wait until things get really bad and then I walk out. So like if I work at a restaurant, I wait till there's like 20 tickets and then I'm like, hey, remember when you were a dick to me a few hours ago? Guess what? Go cook this shit yourself, motherfucker. I don't care. You know,
I haven't had one of these bosses for long.
Well, yeah, my mistake, Keith. You did get Midway right, which means you also beat Chris. Good job.
Yeah. This empty beer can on my counter beat Chris. Just said FYI.
You gonna cry now, Parker?
Oh my God.
He is way over the top, eh?
Whoa.
You're a boss or a bully.
2 hours ago. Did you hear me?
Yeah, see, that's a real bad plan for me.
No.
You come at me and try and bully. That just that skips all of my normal steps and sends me straight to violence.
No, get back.
You're gonna be eating chowder in a soup kitchen.
Jesus,
I wouldn't. What makes a chowder anyway? Besides
chowder.
You should
chowder.
You're cooking
Chowder.
Say chowder.
Chowder.
But what is a chowder?
A chowder.
But what is a chowder?
That's when you got those good chunks in there.
Yeah.
You got wicked good chunks in the
Like
chowder.
the difference between a soup and a stew.
It's a thick soup with milk or cream.
You gotta have a good amount of chunks in there.
Yeah.
So it's a thick soup with milk or cream, a roux, and seafood or vegetables. I see. Okay,
right.
Well, that makes sense. Chowder.
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 Saying it, though. You're
Yeah,
right.
the
It's fun to
dairy.
say.
You guys ever see that Simpsons episode where Bart accidentally witnesses the fucking what do you call it? The Kennedy stand-in family. The young kid, the mayor's nephew beats the shit out of the fucking the French. He's like,
waiter.
Say it. Yeah, he's like, say it. He goes, chowder. Yes, no, it's chowder. It's chowder. Say it, Frenchie.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Chowder. He's like,
the green base is the chowder. Oh, okay.
Now.
Watch this. I'll get going.
Literally barking at him.
Dude, you want to borrow my testicle for a minute?
Yeah, I'll lend you one just for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. Just.
But I already bought tickets. I was going to go to the Schlooper Festival.
These cameras. This is a problem with high definition cameras getting this close to people. It's like I can see all of his pores and shit.
So am I. And try to make it, Sean. At least this time. You have a family waiting for you. Don't forget that.
Oh, so he's missed lots of Thanksgivings. Also, do the Eastern Europeans celebrate Thanksgiving? Oh God, ad blocks. Also, fuck you two for being all strict about this ad block shit. I gotta install Tamper Monkey now.
For disturbing your Thanksgiving.
uBlock Origin's been working fine for me.
And Dr.
Now
Miller decided
you
to
mention it, yeah, I thought it was just an American thing, this Thanksgiving thing.
Don't worry, man. It's just my job.
Well, like I said, the script was probably submitted by some American.
Listening?
Or maybe it's just titled Thanksgiving to get idiots like us to watch it. Around
I think it's made in Ukraine or wherever, but it's cast like it's supposed to be American.
Obviously,
Toxic
this was
Swede
made
doesn't
before,
look very
you know.
convincing in this scene here.
Bad news.
Are you saying this lady's toxic? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
She looks way too fucking. She's acting way too fucking well.
She's too energetic, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you're right.
If you left now, could you make it?
I guess so.
Go then.
Go.
I'll be okay. I'll just die here alone.
Leave me the keys to the pharmacy.
Run, Charlie. Run all the way home and show him your golden ticket.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get
Honestly,
going.
this lady
Go
seems
wake up
fine.
early.
Shh.
From yours.
It's fine. She'll
Are you
die
joking
as soon as he
with the-
leaves. So,
no, Luke is actually saying goodbye. I see what's happening. Goodbye.
I know.
Luke.
I'm going.
Thanks for
yeah,
sticking
but,
around.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll pop up again next week and Losers Lounge again for tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
You better.
Yeah, last Boy Scout
and,
tomorrow.
last Boy Scout, baby. Last Boy
Yeah,
Scout.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, on Blue Collar
Nice to see you
Channel.
again, Lance.
good old Satan Claus.
Yeah. Nice talking to you again,
Lance.
Emperor.
Good seeing you, Lance.
Yeah.
See you later, Northern English bastard. Check out his Terminator videos. What do you got coming up next? You got Batman Returns coming up next?
He's doing Batman Returns next, aren't you?
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm gonna do it. I've got next week. I'll try and do something for this week, but
right.
Batman Returns definitely on there when it gets round to December.
Give this guy a subscription before he becomes uber famous. What's
too famous for us? Too famous
Lance,
for us.
are we streaming tomorrow or next Tuesday?
No, so mate, it's the Nielsen ratings first one's next Tuesday.
That's what I was thought.
Yeah,
because Uninspired was talking about how he's streaming with us.
Yeah, he's on with us. He's on with us.
He seems. I don't know if he thinks it's tomorrow or next Tuesday, but I will
No,
correct him if he thinks it's tomorrow.
he knows it's next Tuesday because
Okay.
he won't have seen Napoleon by tomorrow. He's going to see it on Thursday. He
I
knows.
got it. Well, I'll try to watch it too. Then I guess.
I'm gonna duck out as well because I'm feeling a bit poorly. But
hey, no worries, man.
Just to let you know, my Mr. In Between stream is going an hour later on Sunday because I've got to go to a memorial service.
Well, yeah. Send the link to Toxic and Luke or
I fucking love that show.
See if any of these people want to come who's on the guest.
Yeah, I'll get back to you, but that should be doable. But I'll let people know.
I'm sure it's a pure coincidence that Luke and Lance are ducking out at the same time.
Yeah.
We've got to tell all these. We got to tell all these septics we're off to the pub. Then I'll tell them I'm feeling poorly, and I'll meet you over at Shenanigans.
Nah, but Lance, for real though, we hope you feel better. I know
the bloody pig.
The chest virus is going around. Everyone's getting gunk in their lungs. I got over it. 2 weeks.
Not me. I'm fine.
All right, buddy. Not me. I'm fine. It's all that
burns when he urinates, but otherwise he's fine.
What, is that not normal or?
For some, it is normal. Yes.
Okay, good.
Nothing to be afraid.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
See, like, I could understand if this lady like actually needed help, you know.
Oh,
She
is this
seems
an
okay.
allegory? Is this an allegory tale? So her hair is in the shape of a halo, so she's going to be an angel in some way to him. Is that what's about to happen?
Yeah. Oh, she actually died hours ago, and he's like talking to her ghost. Yeah, Canada. When is Thanksgiving in Canada?
Sean. Oh, hi, Marty.
Yeah, no scare.
I thought you were on duty tonight.
Man, I am getting really The Room vibes from this. Is anybody else getting The Room
Dude,
vibes?
you have to
from this?
understand. Dude,
I
this
mean,
is
the
a
acting's
YouTube
a bit
channel.
better. The scripting may be
Hundreds of videos like this. They're all bizarre. You see a lot of the same actors.
I don't
in the
know
same
why she thought I would hurt her. I did not hurt her. Oh, hi, Mark. We got to rewatch that. That's a fucking. That is such a shit show.
Pet the cat.
But it's sad.
The woman will be completely alone.
Oh, so now he's getting guilt tripped because she's gonna be alone on Thanksgiving. But it's like, dude, fuck you. I got my own family. So you go visit her if you feel sorry for her.
Well, the problem is his family raised the pussy.
Yeah. Is he seriously gonna bail? Dude, this is like, dude, the boss did this. The boss like cleverly told the lady to tell him this is like as a reverse psychology play. That's why he's the boss.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm sorry.
I gotta stay with this random old lady. I think me and this old lady are gonna hook up, Mom. Ugh,
I mean, he might.
what is
well,
that all about?
He might.
That was an ad.
He might as well fuck her. I mean, I'm just saying. Hey, I got you. I got you some spoopel from the spoopel store.
Alone? Come on, no
I got
way.
some turkey pizza with pineapple.
Now, best Thanksgiving feast ever.
Oh, doctor.
If it can fit in
you
one
need to
paper
do
bag,
all
I don't
this.
believe you.
What about
You
your
know?
family?
I like how this lady's an actual American. You
not
know,
the first
what's she
time,
doing
not
in
the last,
Ukraine,
probably.
filming these
I've hardly been
videos
home
for?
for 3 years now, so I have no idea how my wife.
Is she like related to the Bidens or something like that, or is she like one of
Maybe
the Biden
she's like
family?
human trafficked. All these
What are
videos
you
were made
talking
before
about,
the
young
current
man?
Ukrainian thing going on. I don't,
Tell me about your family.
is this woman like a human traffic
Well,
person? Is she like
Maggie-
handcuffed to this bed?
Maggie,
Actually,
my daughter.
forced to
I'm
act?
gonna show you her.
Oh, good.
Like they tell you, like they're trafficking all these people.
goes
You
to
don't realize
school.
they're being forced to like act in these weird
She likes
educational
drawing.
videos against their will.
Beautiful. Oh,
And by the way,
She's
our
not.
whole house
She's not beautiful. Your kid's ugly as fuck.
drawing.
And your
Also,
kid looks.
your kid can't draw with a shit.
Yeah, and she.
I
looks
actually
like,
submitted a lot of those drawings to Maddox, and he lost his shit when he was trying to review them. Yeah.
Yeah. Your kid looks like the mailman. I'm betting Klaus.
Yeah. Since you're never home.
Yeah, we do this every Monday, Keith. We haven't really done trivia or watched one of these dramatized me's in a while. This is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're really
Sometimes we just
we're really
bullshit
going
for
off
like
the
6 hours.
reservation. We're going way off the reservation.
Normally, this is so well scripted. We're absolutely yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that time we
Basically,
talked
every
about
Monday
the
I go
Ninja Turtles
live.
for 7 hours? Remember that time?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to. So some of the more specialized episodes I want coming up. I'm thinking around Christmas time. I want to do a Godzilla episode. Hopefully, we'll have all seen -1 by now. But
Yeah,
but
nothing says Christmas time like Godzilla. Yeah,
I agree.
I love Godzilla.
I mean,
so
Godzilla
as a little
does come
Christmas
through
present.
a lot of fucking chimneys.
Yeah. I would just think it'd be cool to do a Christmas Godzilla special around Christmas time. That'd be fun. Just do the whole kind of like we did with Ninja Turtles. Just not maybe we don't need to watch all the movies. I might, but you guys don't have to.
Of course you will.
But
yeah.
I've
I
seen them
actually
all
got
already.
I got a chimney installed just in time for Christmas this year. But I thought it was going to be expensive, but it wasn't.
Why? I understand.
It was
How much
actually
does
on
it
the
cost
house.
to install a chimney in an
Not
RV?
answering my calls. I'm
I'm just kidding.
I love you.
I just cut a hole in that son bitch.
The idea that you're like streaming from like an RV in the middle of the woods is like so like wouldn't surprise me at all.
And it's one of those shit 70s Toyotas that are built on the it's like, you gotta be about 5'2" to stand up in it.
Like a
No, I
silver
just
bullet.
pop the top out and it's great.
If you guys knew how close you were to that actually
Yeah, he's got dial-up internet.
I'm actually I
No,
stole the
I've been having that the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, whose
funny how
internet's
this-
been bad?
Me.
He went who? Oh, look, they came to visit him.
Sweetie pie, how did you get in here? That's crazy. I was just in the water closet.
Take it back, you can hear Wesley change out those free AOL discs.
Oh, I wish you were. Hey, Chris, I wish you
You've
were.
got
this fucking-
streaming.
I wish you were this quick when we were doing the trivia section. You fucking tard.
My
I was less drunk.
my favorite Mystery Science Theater joke is "You've got mail, pattern baldness." That's like one of my favorites ever.
That's poor Luke.
I should be thanking you. I was so fortunate to meet you on this
Luke
particular
looks cool with
day.
his haircut, by the way. I didn't tell him that, but he looks tough. He looks like a soccer hooligan.
So thank you for doing your duty.
Was this
Great.
Ghost
I
of
found this
Thanksgiving Future or
broadcast
something? It's-
Stupendous. Hey, thank you, Keith. Thanks for watching, man. Sometimes we either go before or after Cannoli's movie streams. I try not to
Yeah.
stream over him.
I'm proud of my
Yeah, I do
husband.
it.
He's also
Cannoli's
streaming
funny.
at 7 today, so maybe we'll try to wrap up
You're
around
always
then.
thinking of us,
I mean,
and I feel it.
She's like, I'm proud of my husband. Too bad you're
you
not
gonna
him.
have snacks in front of this old lady? Oh,
Yeah.
buying me a new tuber tomorrow.
Well, speaking of Cannoli, I sent another $5 to his wife's fund for Vex. So Vex is getting there. She got up to $1,000. So
Vex is
You
funny
guys,
as fuck. Man.
turkey.
You should watch some of her videos.
What the fuck? Bitch, that ain't a turkey.
God.
it's like what is? Hang,
It's just
Hang
a
on.
roast chicken. Good enough.
hang on.
He's Russian turkey.
It's like
How,
is this a
how drunk am I?
the fucking can again. He's Russian turkey.
Remember when he walked in earlier?
That's not a
Remember when
turkey.
he walked in earlier with his fucking bag?
Where
and
it
he
looked
said,
like he
"We're
had a
gonna-"
bag of pizza. Yeah.
Yeah. In Soviet Russia, Turkey eats you.
This is
Turkey
this is what
thankful
he's-
for you.
He walks in earlier. He walks in earlier, and he's got this fucking one. He's got this one pitiful bag of food, and he says this.
No, when he's carrying it looks like he has like a pizza box in it. I mean, it's like flat as shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That turkey is suspect as fuck. They better check the maternity ward and see if there's a missing baby somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, Cannoli did Spider-Man. He was talking to me left and right. So.
Oh, Cannoli, yeah, this video. He's doing what Rocky, and I think Dark Hour is going to be on that. It starts at 7. It's probably why it started an hour early, honestly. Dark Hour.
Oh, they'll go forever on that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, they'll talk for 20 minutes about the fucking opening title.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like
There
Cannoli goes pretty
you
quick. Cannoli tends to stream for the movie pretty quick, but honestly, like I want to do like one of these movie streams, like talk about one specific movie. But dude, like, I mean, yeah, we could. I don't know, dude. If I pick the right movie, I mean, shit. It's like I would do like EFAP style, where like
EFAP
like,
would be like, damn, y'all went long on that one, didn't you? Yeah.
First 5 minutes of like the movie, like talk about for like 25 minutes. You know, like that's the kind of like you could do that for like The Matrix or True Lies or RoboCop.
Yeah, the big thing is
Terminator.
you either need to pick something that's like so visually stunning that you have to like linger on every
Blade
frame
Runner.
or scene,
Blade
right?
Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. Or you have to pick one that has a lot of thematic depth, right? That you can really go
No
off
Country
on
for Old Men.
on the themes. Yeah, No Country for Old Men would be
And
an interesting one.
we should do that with Wes for Avatar. So.
Well,
Fuck off with Avatar.
We went 3.5 hours or almost 4 hours for Dodgeball.
Jesus
Which is
And you know, I think it took them 37 hours to render this loving blue penis on this. This is what how they handled that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fucking effects demo that runs for 3 hours.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Some fucking comment.
You guys should definitely be on the Avatar stream, obviously.
Oh, I would shit all over it. I mean, I would have to eat so much fiber to have enough shit to shit on those movies.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both.
Movies.
I would be eating like grape nuts and Raisin Bran for a week and like plugging my own ass so that I could then have enough shit for those
I'll
movies.
eat my
I
own
can still
shit
remember-
just so I can shit my shit some more.
Yes, my shit would have shits.
Jay, I remember the concept for that stream was like, hey, I like Avatar. Chris, do you like Avatar? I sure do like Avatar.
Yep.
Let's talk about the new Avatar movie. Hey, maybe we should have a counterpoint. Who hates Avatar? Let's get West in here and he'll shit all over it for.
It wasn't even like that. It was like, hey, Chris,
it
you
was a
like
lot of
Avatar?
fun.
Yeah. Wes is like, I hate it. It sucks. God damn it. And I was like, okay, well, obviously you have to be on the Avatar 2 stream.
Well, you know, I didn't listen to it, but I listened to like to Muller's RoboCop stream, and I guess the big thing for him was talking to that guy Star Wars Theory, and I guess it was like a lot of people love the fact that Muller and Star Wars Theory kind of did a 4-hour stream together, even though Star Wars Theory loves Star Wars and Muller hates the current Star Wars.
Oh,
So,
right. Yeah, I mean,
I think it was pretty interesting, mostly because
I'll listen
It
to
wasn't
that.
bad. Yeah, it
Star
wasn't
Wars
bad.
Theory really like laid out some of the I'm kind of coping, but you know, Mahler's like, well, this is shit. And but they both love Star Wars, right? It's just that Mahler's like, I mean, I have an allergic reaction to bad
I
fucking
feel like,
movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Mahler's more realistic about what Star Wars has become, whereas
Well, I think there's kind of an interesting like dichotomy in their realism, right? So Star Wars Theory is like, well, this may be the best we get. As if you can't go, no, I'm just not going to watch the new Star Wars anymore. I'll just stick with the old stuff, right?
Right.
But he has to be, it's like, no, it has to continue for some reason. And it doesn't really come.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Right,
though.
exactly. It's like, no, it doesn't. Let it fucking die, right? If this is what it's going to be, we don't need to keep animating the corpse and talking about how we're still dating the girl from high school.
Right. I'm a huge DC fan, and Blue Collar will tell you this. I mean, this is a conversation we have almost weekly. It's like, I'm a huge DC fan, and I'm just like, you know, we both have HBO Max, and I'm just like, I binge all of these DC animated. I'm like, dude, why the fuck can they not get the movies to do what the just do what the fucking cartoons are doing.
That's funny.
The fucking cartoons are amazing.
I just had dinner with my friend Saturday. I mentioned that because we haven't talked in a month in person, and he said, "Yeah, same thing. HBO Max. He's watched every single DC animated film, and like you said, they're not all 10 out of 10. But but overall, it's like 85% quality. There's a couple of them are stinkers, but overall, they're fucking great.
I'd be hard pressed to find a stinker. I would put the most mid DC animated movie against the best DC live action movie.
I don't like the voice acting of the new 52, the Batman. It just plus I'm a Kevin Conroy fan.
I don't like.
I mean,
the new 52 is a ploy, like to keep skirting around paying copyright.
The biggest problem I had was when they had
to the creators of these characters.
I just like the thing I liked about Damian Wayne was like, Damian Wayne in terms of Nightwing shouldn't fucking land a single hit on Nightwing. I know Ra's al Ghul trained him. The kid's fucking 12. Come on,
See, this is kind of one of the problems I have with Miles Morales. Is Miles Morales meme?
Oh my god, that's become.
Here's the thing. I agree with it because obviously, like Miles Morales isn't the new Spider-Man, but when you say Miles Morales is Miles Morales and he's not Spider-Man, you're actually playing right into what Marvel wants. Because the thing is, Marvel doesn't want to keep paying the Ditko family royalties for creating fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So the idea is they created Miles Morales as a safety net in case for some reason the Ditko family keeps asking for the royalties to Spider-Man and the rights to the character, like because they created it. So what they do is they created Miles Morales and they say, oh, we created him as a diversity thing. But really, the reason is because we want to fail-safe someone who is technically Spider-Man, but not Spider-Man and can replace Spider-Man in case we can't print any more Spider-Man books. And
that's interesting.
So when you say
the problem is that their fail-safe sucks, right?
Yeah, right.
We're going to stop doing Spider-Man. Congrats, you're not selling Miles Morales. Comic books instead.
Of course, and it's the same thing with like getting rid of Superman's spit curl and changing his emblem and giving him a different cape and a collar and removing his underwear. They change him just enough so they can't pay the Schuster and Siegel families anymore. What was it? I mean, about how like fucking the Jerry Siegel and Schuster were like basically like destitute or whatever for a while because.
Oh yeah.
And meanwhile,
so many times throughout the history of comics, how many comic creators got fucked over big time? It's goddamn, it's endless. There's so many stories on that.
Let's see.
Didn't they go back? Didn't they go back and alter the credits? For Superman and Batman.
Well, they did for Batman. They finally started giving Finger.
Batman.
They started giving Bob. What's his name? Finger. Bob Finger.
It was Bill Finger.
Bill Finger and Bob.
It took them 95 years to do it, but sure.
Yeah. I know.
Right, because they were in imminent danger of losing a lawsuit, and they were like, okay, we'll do something. Yeah.
What is you guys' favorite? Just out of curiosity, and I don't want to go deep into it. I'm just my curiosity. What is your favorite DC animated thing?
All-Star Superman.
Oh, it's for me the fucking Dorkside war, hands down, because Dorkside won. That's why that was the Infinity War. Darkseid kicks the shit out of the whole. He fucking murders half the goddamn Justice League.
Yeah.
This is shit.
I mean, it helped them. My kids were watching at the time, but I enjoyed the concept of Batman Beyond and.
I did too. I love Batman Beyond. It doesn't get enough love. It really does not.
I was a fan of that.
I do think, Batman
personally, my favorite, the one I keep rewatching more and more, and I just is Batman Superman Public Enemies.
That's really good. Yeah,
it's really it's Conroy and it's what's his name from
Tim Daly.
Tim Daly, and it's so fucking good. And it's Superman is actually the one that's like and Batman kind of is just like, look, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, and it's it's just really, really well done. I really like the whole concept.
I liked All-Star Superman, especially the comic, but it's like the idea of like asking bigger questions with Superman because he's like so impervious. But he's got some kind of terminal disease. He's going to die, and it's like, what is he going to do when he's faced with his like mortality? And he does some cool little like bucket list type things he wants to do. And of course, like some conflict shows up with other alien assholes.
You know what I've been curious about? I'm sorry, Chris, give me 1 second. Enzo, what is your? Because I know you're such a huge Superman simp. What is? Did you like the the injustice, or is that like a betrayal to you?
Well, the thing is, I like the game stuff, the story mode stuff I saw in the games, and I just don't like Superman's redesign. I hate it when they try to make like Superman look different.
What about the? Well, I mean, I guess I'm more talking. I guess I'm more talking about the DC movie.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was good. It's 2-parter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. That was great.
Well, if you watch it on HBO Max, it's 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been watching, them all on that website that shall not be named.
Which website could that be there, matey?
Enzo?
All right, this is a letter of from Siegel, Jerry Siegel, to one of these DC guys, Mr. Paul Sampliner, independent news company from National Comics Publications. Now, granted, Ethan Van Sciver was covering this the other day. It was fucking hilarious, but I thought I'd share with y'all. These are his letters that he was writing. This is years after he had. This is 1951, December 10th. Paul. It may add to the joy of your Christmas merrymaking to know that I am going to have to go on relief. While you make millions from my creations, you wouldn't give me a chance to write again and lead a decent life. By appropriating Superboy, you destroyed me. But everyone knows how you have rewarded the creator of Superman and Superboy for helping you found your comic book empire. You can see what they really think of you, not in their words, but in what they don't say and in their eyes. They know that you destroyed me for profit and that you are not offering my family a helping hand so that we can survive. How can you enjoy any achievements knowing it is built on my crushed career? Is money worth that? When you face your maker, will he accept the fine print in your lawyer's legalisms? Are you at all concerned with your immortal soul? When you eat and drink and have shelter, remember that man you destroyed is faced with poverty. When you celebrate at your Christmas party, remember that I will be there in spirit, looking at you, walking by your side, and asking, why have you done this to another human being? Why are you forcing me to go on relief? As long as I live and afterwards, I shall haunt you and yours. Before God, I put a curse on you. Jerry Siegel. Now, this is what happens when you have a writer writing you hate letters. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's like
it's so funny. I was just thinking about that today. I was thinking about because I was rewatching the Rocky series and that part where Apollo's getting all the hate mail. I'm like, remember the effort that it took? Like you'd have to actually write down a hate mail and like put a stamp on it, and put it in the fucking mail, and fucking send it to somebody.
Now I realize the benefit of Twitter now, because I was on Twitter like lurking for years and years just so I could see posts, from certain people. But like once I started like doing the YouTube thing and trying to promote and like I have to interact. How do you get followers? You have to be an asshole to people.
I definitely think that's something that's worth a very long discussion and maybe a stream one day. It's like the whole creators versus the royalties. Like, it's a hard thing because we're seeing this when Drinker talked about this. So like say Rachel Ziegler chick. These people, they want to make a film and every minute it's on streaming services, I deserve to get paid for this. Like, well, no, you're paid for a job and that was it. And these people, it's like you're freelance people. It's like you create Spider-Man or Superman or Batman, but you don't. It's like you don't own Marvel or DC, and it's a long, complicated legal process about this shit, man. Like how much money do they deserve for dividends?
Well, and I think there's the idea that what does a contract work versus you're employed,
100%.
Right? And their reason that you work out terms, based on that. And I can go back and look at them. It's like, the code that I wrote. Back in the 90s or something like that, ended up generating billions of dollars in wealth for certain companies. But unless I own shares, and traded some of my salary for shares or worked that out in contract, I don't get to go back later and go, yeah, but bro, you made all this money. And they're like, yes, and we paid you, but there was no guarantee it was going to make money at the time.
Exactly.
We took the risk paying you right up front, and then it hit great. But we're the ones that put our capital and at risk, right? It's not like you were going to go out and print a comic book and distribute it everywhere and be successful.
Yeah, and that's a whole part. that's the whole current thing that Eric July's had with the Ripperverse. I mean, he's selling. I've been checking out his Twitter Alpha Core. Alpha Core just hit like $1 million and stuff. And I did buy Item number 2. But Eric July, he went out and made his own shit. He created his own brand. He's not working for Marvel or DC. So
and invested a lot of his own money in it just to get it off the ground, right? And oh, by the way, when the fundraising platforms, they take how much cut, or they censor certain things that they don't agree with or whatever. Fine, then I'll build my own, right?
I'm sorry,
and pay for that.
If you guys three know this was the current famously thing with the guy who made the Witcher books. The Witcher books did mediocre, and of course he sells all the rights to CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red make 3 fucking games that just sell billions of fucking dollars. Then he comes back and is like, well, okay, you guys paid me whatever, $10,000. You should have paid me $10 million. And they're like, yeah, like Jay was saying, well, we already paid you 10 grand, dude. We had no indication making these Witcher games that they were going to sell whatever, 100 million fucking
and you talk shit on those games the whole time. You didn't like them right up until you saw how much we were making, right?
We were shitting all over those fucking Witcher games. Now next thing he sees the fucking profits of Witcher games and like, what? Maybe they are pretty good. Like, no, dude, come on, man. It's like
the thing that people often make the mistake of thinking the value is in the idea, right? Ideas are cheap as fuck. They come up all the time. I'll be walking down the grocery store and I'll have 5 ideas for business. But if I don't start spending capital on it and executing on it and actually making it successful, those ideas aren't worth fucking all.
And I would say that Wes, because I know Wes has been writing books, and we talked famously about what Reacher. Reacher season 1's fantastic. Reacher season 2 looks pretty good. Now, Reacher, for argument's sake, they have to pay the guy who created, what's his name, Wes? You know this?
Lee Child.
Okay, now for argument's sake, say for instance he sold whatever. He sold the rights to fucking making the Reacher TV show, and the show does fantastic. It's like now the show breaks Amazon records. Does he have the right to go back and say, okay, well, you know what, you guys paid me 100,000, but you should have paid me 10 million? And you're like, well we already paid you, bro.
Not unless you work the contract, right? Where you're like, okay, I'm willing to sell it for this amount plus a percentage if it's successful, right? That's the risk you take.
He hasn't sold the IP. He still owns the IP of Jack.
Right, he licensed it.
Yeah.
But even then it's a license, right? I can license something for 10 grand flat.
Yeah.
Or I can license it for $1,000 and go, yeah, but I want a percentage of revenues, right?
Now that's where it just really depends. Now you want to talk about a brilliant, now in his case, I believe Lee Child has screenplay.
I'm just using him as an example. That's all.
Right. I believe he has screenplay rights to the televised series and to a lesser extent, or maybe a greater extent, to the movies.
So he might have learned that from the movies where he was like, you cast who? What the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
But as far as that goes, and that'll garner him some. I think a better example that I could give you would be like George Lucas, where they did not really see a huge value in it, but Lucas was smart enough at the time to go, you know what's going to really make me some fucking money? I want the toy merchandise. Yep. And so
and the studios were right, because if you look at the merchandising success of TV shows and movies prior to Star Wars, they were rounding errors.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was non-existent, but
I mean your biggest hit was probably Evel Knievel for a licensing thing, right? With the wind up cycle thing.
He read the tea leaves or whatever the fuck, and he knew.
I don't think he was that smart. I think it was, I'll take whatever I can get that they're not willing to have, because I'm trying to make money about 8 ways to Sunday. Yeah. And then because Kenner, there's a reason Kenner didn't ramp up the lines and have stuff ready for that Christmas. Well, they had to give out IOU pictures of characters for Christmas and then delivered them in the spring.
Well, I'll tell you this. Now, I haven't watched that documentary in a long time. The big Star Wars, the most famous one documentary. I can't remember what it's called, but I will tell you this. I do happen to know that Lucas took a bath on not doing, he had that opening credits scrawls, and he wanted to do the whole, chapter, 4, 5, and 6 and shit like that.
Right.
He took a serious hit on not from the Screen Actors Guild and a few other people.
It was the Directors Guild. He's not a member,
right? Because he didn't have the whole credit, he didn't have like the actors credits and the director's credits
Yep.
come up before the movie. He wanted to focus on the story. So
Right. Well, but the other thing is, remember who he's friends with, right? Francis Ford Coppola with American Zoetrope. Both of them wanted to have their own studios that were separate and apart from the system, and to just have 20th Century Fox as distributor.
Did you see that? Did you see that show on Paramount about the making of The Godfather?
I don't think so.
It's called The Offer. If you get a chance and you can get Paramount Plus for a short time and or sail the high seas and see it,
right?
It's worth your time. And it gives you a lot of background information on what they went through, and that's one of the things that's done in that. Miles Teller is amazing in that role, and all the people that play the famous people like Al Pacino, the guy that plays Al Pacino, and the guy that plays Marlon Brando, they're amazing in that role. It's a great show. Gives you a lot of background on that. So if you get a chance.
These are there's a it's not really a triumvirate. There's like 5 or 6 of them that all come up in the same era, went to school around the same time, knew each other and all this stuff, right? John Milius and Spielberg and Lucas and Coppola, and who the hell was the other one that was pretty famous and had some hits. But anyway, they all kind of have a
like Kubrick or
no, it's before or it's after Kubrick, and it's another guy that's like he's kind of a journeyman type thing, but he's done a lot of big movies. He's just not an auteur, in the way that the rest of them are, right? But they all kind of have this rebellious nature kind of built into them because they grew up in the 60s and into the 70s when the studios are really struggling.
Counterculture.
And they don't want to have the thumb of the studio on them, and so they're willing to take all kinds of risks to be able to control their stories and their product and own it, right? And then just deal with distribution. And so when you're like with Lucasfilm, he builds ILM entirely and owns it, right? But again, the merchandising thing was we'll take anything you don't because we're small and we have to pivot on a lot of ways, right? And so we can't depend on just getting the $100 bill. We have to get $101 bills,
right?
And that's why it gets the merchandising. And the fact that it then becomes huge is just bonus for them, right? Because they're smart and agile. But there was no guarantee from any of that because it's not like 2001 sold a shit ton of merchandising, right? Or Logan's Run, or Star Trek for that matter, right?
I don't think in a lot of ways there's ever really much of a guarantee. I'm going to go ahead and a lot of this I agree with you on. I defer to your wisdom on some stuff because you're more well read than I am in these topics. But I will tell you this: I really feel like Lucas knew what he was doing with the merchandising rights. I think I don't think it was luck, and I don't think it was taking leftovers. I think he knew
he took a
kids were going to buy these
chance.
Well, I but also you got to hang on him. The Christmas episode, right? The Star Wars Christmas special. They're paying me, okay, and he sees it, and oh my god, I'm so fucking embarrassed. But he had agreed to that before a whole bunch of revenue had come in from the merchandising side. Right. Because that stuff doesn't ship until like the spring of 78. Because when the Christmas of 77, all they had were the early, bird pack, which is here's some pictures of some action figures that you will then get later. And Kenner goes to Lucasfilm and looks at the models to make shit. It wasn't like Lucas goes, here's what you need to make. Right. It's the Kenner toy designers who go back and actually figure out what can we make that works off of this. Right.
Yeah.
Which again belies the fact that I don't think Lucas had any. I think he might make I might make $1 selling this. And if I get enough dollars, that's the same as $100. He had no idea the kind of blockbuster that he would make off of merchandising.
I'll tell you like this. Here's how I look at it, because I know a lot of these, the people that I like Quentin Tarantino, Stephen King. So like Stephen King sold, Carrie for a very small amount of money, and he sold the movie rights. This is one of the big disputes that he had with, of course, The Shining, which is one of his most popular movies, adapted from his novel. It strays very wildly,
which he hated.
Which he was very vocal about hating for so long. However, he's kind of come full circle with it now. Maybe
that's because we've seen his attempts to make it, and it's been shit.
Right.
And
I agree with that. Yeah.
Right. So, so there's that as you get early on. Now, you can also make an argument. A lot of people don't know this. In order to finance Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino sold 3 of his screenplays to other directors to make, movies. And you can, watching them, you can tell they're Quentin Tarantino movies, but they definitely have those directors' signature upon them. And that'd be Killing Zoe, True Romance, and of course Natural Born Killers.
Right.
So they're very
which Oliver Stone then claimed as his own. Yeah, no, I wrote this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. You didn't tell yourself.
Yeah, no, the fuck he did not. That was definitely Quentin Tarantino. So and again, later on down the road, it's going to be what it's going to be. Now, me personally, what I would envision for my books would definitely be like an HBO limited series or something like that, like what Gillian Flynn did with her Sharp Objects novel. Something like that would be the only thing that would possibly do it justice. And I feel.
Are you not going to go Spawn?
Spawn?
The HBO series.
What about it?
That was so good.
Again, if you're going to do a licensing thing or whatever, you'd be like,
oh, you're talking about the cartoon type thing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, not the dog shit movie. No.
Yeah, no. My stuff is my stuff's just standard, crime thriller, stuff like that. But it's not high concept stuff like Spawn. But again, if you can find something of her 3 novels that she wrote, now, and of course there might be Gone Girl purists that say, well, Gone Girl was the most faithful adaptation, and it's not. They're not wrong, but I think that with Sharp Objects, it worked really good as a limited miniseries, and so too did HBO when they did Leanne Moriarty's Big Little Lies season 1 and 2. How they're going to pull a season 3 out of that?
Damn.
What the fuck was that?
We'll start doing the lawnmower when you guys start lawnmowing. Sorry. I'm gonna try to rate it in. I'll try to wrap it up by 7.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No worries. I'll let you guys go long enough. I was also taking care of some other shit, but also, let's watch this one little Thanksgiving public domain movie. Call it a day. 3-hour stream, 2.5-hour stream.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
I thought my computer was about to explode or something.
I'm gonna save that sound effect.
I believe he had threatened that before you.
I had threatened it to Jay earlier. I was like, I'm gonna get it, and I queued it up, and then I waited a good 5 to 10 minutes or so with you two.
Sorry,
talking.
I start talking about books and shit, and I get all.
I mean, it was.
The hilarious thing to me is Depenzo's like, I'm gonna do an EFAP, but nobody can talk more than 15 seconds because that's all my attention span lasts. I don't think you're gonna do an EFAP. It's gonna be an ADD support group where it's like, I like that. Yes.
No.
I think the next 2 or 3 streams are gonna be a little longer on the long.
I do think
short side. I mean,
go ahead, loser. Go ahead, loser.
No, I was just gonna say I do think overall sometime we should actually make a stream to with Jay and Wes we're talking about that because it is an interesting topic to talk about the whole self-entitled
honestly it's something we kind of
I think the Stupenzo and I were talking about this off stream a couple of weeks ago, right? The interesting thing to me is not how things are right now, right? It's why, right? And when you start getting into the whys, then it starts to answer a lot of questions, makes you think about not only the roles of the people that are doing it right now, but their motivations and how you get to this and what are the follow-on effects.
I was about to press the fucking lawnmower, but you stopped. So good job. All right. You guys are learning. Not joking. All right.
We're saying Thanksgiving.
I'll grow the grass. You mow it and smoke it. We're all good.
Oh yeah, you got it. Anyway, Wes, what are you doing for Thanksgiving, by the way?
So we have a tradition over here, my bar over here in Lawrence, Kansas. It is not open for the kitchen, but all the employees and anyone who wants to come in. It's called Murph's Pub, and we basically just fucking potluck it. I'm gonna try to get a friend of mine from the neighboring town to come in, and we're gonna just hang out and get fucking trashed. And I'm gonna see if I can put some of our streams up on the big monitor.
I was tempted to ask everybody, depends on your plans, but I'm not against doing a Thanksgiving stream just for why not? Why not? You know,
maybe.
I'll be out. I'll be out. I'll be with family.
I'm gonna be at the bar, brother.
What are you gonna be up to, Jay?
I go back home, and all of my family get together. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Well, I'm running out of aunts and uncles.
Yeah, I bet that they're dying off if they're as old as you. Yeah.
No, they're older than me, obviously, because they're my aunts and uncles. Kind of how generations work. I'll draw you a picture later.
Yeah, not Florida. We're all the same age.
Yeah, my family tree isn't yours. It just looks like a vine that covers it all. That's my aunt and my mama.
You leave my uncle,
grandma, and my sister.
Leave my uncle daddy alone.
What are you doing, Blue Collar?
Actually, I wanted to thank you because I do plan to make a video. I watched all 4 episodes. I spent $12 on Vudu. I watched all 4 episodes.
RoboDoc.
I watched RoboDoc, and to Enzo's credit, man, I spent $12. It was worth every fucking penny. It's
really good documentary. That's what we call that's what we call all encompassing.
It truly is, dude. It's like the cliche of all 4 of us that they don't make them like that anymore. Man, there's so much I never knew about that
the
film.
Oreo story.
Holy shit.
Robo wants an Oreo.
I have a newfound respect for fucking Paul
he's like
Verhoeven.
He's like the sound guy or whatever, and he's like he shoves all the Oreos in his mouth. He's like, can't have any Oreos.
Eventually, if you get a chance, spend $10 or something, buy RoboDoc, whatever, Apple, iTunes, Vudu. It's worth it. It truly is.
Yeah,
I liked your. I really liked your Thanksgiving video.
Oh yeah,
thoughts on Thanksgiving. Thoughts on the movie.
It's like Wes would say. I watched Chris Gore, watched Jeremy Johns. I thought it was gonna be a stupid, shitty film. It's actually pretty fucking good. I like
the irony of Eli Roth's joke film from Grindhouse becomes like one of his highest rated films of all time. What does that say?
I wouldn't have said, because my sister's like, Chris, well, I want you to screen it before for your nephew. My nephew's 13. She's like, well, again, my sister's like, I'm worried about sex scenes, but I'm not worried about the gore. I'm like, so you're worried about titties, but you're okay with the guy fucking decapitating
the boy see a titty, please. Just let him see a titty. Let me be the cool.
He's got a smartphone. What do you think he's doing?
Let me be the cool uncle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I told her no. It's like, well, I'm sure Wes just saw it. No, it's a ton of fun. I'm shocked.
What? So it's basically, I know what you did last summer, but I know what you did last Thanksgiving. Basically,
it's Scream. It's Scream mixed with Thanksgiving. That's it. It's just Scream. It's just Scream with Thanksgiving.
Think of Eli Roth and what he does, and the Grindhouse commercial.
Yeah.
Good.
But it's definitely, it's got the dark. It's a Enzo. At some point, we're gonna watch this together. It's got dark comedy, but also smart writing, but also characters where I'm like, you know what? It's I liked it.
Me and Gord King actually watched Thanksgiving today because I was worried. Warlock 2 got a copyright claim. It was the first movie in 5 weeks to get a copyright claim, but it's okay. It's fine. I disputed it, but the problem is I barely uploaded it yesterday. So it's like if it gets Wednesday is not enough time.
I was like 12 years old when it came out. Warlock 2. It's one of the very few times where the sequel
I knew
is actually better than the first film.
I don't know if I'm going that far.
It is.
I don't know, man.
I've seen both. I much prefer Warlock.
We watched part 2, and part 2.
I mean, how many movies do you have where you use baby fat from living babies in order to fly? Come on. You can't
really
trump that.
That's really the only part that's like cool about the first one, or the only part that's hardcore about the first one. The second one's so much more hardcore, and it was like, it was hard to riff. The second one was hard to riff because we were literally like, "This is awesome! Like this is badass!" Like
lawnmower noise.
Exactly.
Lawnmower noise.
Well,
anyway,
tomorrow we're doing Last Boy Scout. I would invite Jay, but between Jay and Wes, my fucking iMac would explode. Like.
The funny thing is, I actually agree with Jay on quite a few topics. As a matter of fact,
that's why Jay and Toxic need to have their own show where they just like
you guys you make your own channel too. You,
get on camera together.
It'd be like chess with the timers. Okay, bang. Okay, you got 8 minutes. Let's go. Bang. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, tomorrow, Jay, we are doing Last Boy Scout. So
we'll just call it like
remember old Satan Claus. He's out there.
The kings of the run-ons. Let's see.
Yikes.
Lawnmower duo. The lawnmower
depends on more the king of the runs.
Yeah, for sure. I eat a lot of ethnic food. Young America films. America was young back in this time, right?
That eagle is in no way representative of another country that makes me disturbed.
I've also never seen this, guys. I don't know what the fuck this is. All right, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Centron, hell yeah.
Oh, look at that! It's made by.
Hey, Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you do
Now-
this for me? Did you do this
no,
for me?
No. I literally just picked a random fucking.
That's where I
educational,
live in Lawrence. That's where I live. I live in Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you're excited. Look at
Now,
look
now
how
if they
quick
made it, it would be
look
about how
quick-
communism is preferable to Thanksgiving. But yeah.
But I just can't seem to do it. I
I'm
keep
a
thinking about
I got a
today.
second grade
Thanksgiving
reading level.
Day.
It's hard to read.
We Johnsons had a good Thanksgiving, the best we've
Hey,
ever
next,
had.
buddy.
We
I
Johnsons.
can't help thinking that what made it better was
Midgets
a
have Wee
feeling,
Johnsons.
a real feeling of thankfulness. And that's odd too, when you consider the shape things were in when I got home from work yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
thankful I don't have that guy's hairline.
I had to beat my wife for at least 20 minutes until she got that fucking meatloaf correct.
God, hey, Nix is here. Hail. We're about wrapping it up, buddy. But thanks, you could stop in. We're watching this dumb video. But yeah,
Dick
forgot
and
what I was
Tommy
gonna say.
and
Nix.
Susan were all home from school. And of course, Mother and the baby were
Yeah,
there.
it is good to be thankful, guys,
As kids
even though
will.
things
Mine
look
were leaving
weird and
tomorrow,
things are
right along
shitty.
with today, looking forward to Thanksgiving. And like most men, I'm glad it was Mother instead of me who had to break the news to them.
Mother.
Blue Collar's getting that Gollum Black Friday price. I think it's only $28 for the ultimate.
Dressing and
Yeah.
pie and cake.
See, this game's 85% off. Holy shit.
Hey, see you next week, Keith. Also Wednesday, we got Thanksgiving premiering Wednesday. So see you then too. But yeah, next week, see you, man. It's almost 3 a.m. where you're at, Dix, and you can't sleep.
Well, the truth
Okay,
of the
man.
matter is,
Honestly,
there
you can go
just
back
won't
in
be
time
any
and
turkey this
watch
year.
this anytime you want.
It's
You know,
okay.
we did-
Stupenzo's video choices will definitely put you to sleep.
Yeah, we did war trivia, so yeah, this will definitely put you to sleep. No worries.
Have to get along without
Hope you all
turkey.
having a great thanks
Mom, you
drinking.
don't
Yep,
mean it.
all week.
There won't be Thanksgiving at all.
Even the
Aw.
Pilgrims had a feast. After all, isn't that what Thanksgiving's for? I don't think it's fair.
Yeah,
And it was
last
right
Boy
there that
Scout
I came
tomorrow
in,
at Chris's
right in the
channel.
thick of it.
All you
Yeah.
guys bouncing out of here.
I'll start inviting Jay. Why not? Shit.
Hello, everybody.
Bring it.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like
You can't handle the truth.
next
What's been
Tuesday,
going on
Tuesday
around
after
here?
that, I'm gonna have
What's the matter
to
with
skip
everybody
one of those,
anyway?
'cause Max
Mom
gonna get-
It was an accident. I was putting up the light bulb. I fell down. My dick fell on your wife. What are you gonna do? Love that fucking scene.
That's what. That's what we have. That's why we
Dude,
need Jay Jones
look at
for.
that
I'm
Hit
not
to the
gonna-
gut, baby. Hit to the gut.
We do too. We've
Dude, this guy looks like the leader from fucking
Yes, and
the
everybody else
MCU.
was going to have it this
Looks
year.
like Brainiac.
Same as always.
Yes, we've always had turkey, just as a lot of Americans have had it, and we'll keep on having
Look
it.
at this chrome
Turkey on
dome.
Thanksgiving is a great American tradition. But what
You got
kids-
Marlon Brando's jowl implants from
We had to
Godfather.
be thankful.
He looks like Megamind.
bad.
Jesus
It's not bad
Christ.
at all.
He non-ironically
Dick.
looks like
With
Megamind.
turkey, it's easy to lose
But with
sight of
extra jowls.
what it really means.
And don't think we're just making excuses because we don't have any turkey this year. We know.
Because your father drank all the money that we would have
So
away.
they're super poor.
Hey, Kenny, your family's poor, Kenny. If drinking was a full-time job,
your family poor.
if drinking was a full-time
Yeah,
job,
at least my mom hasn't been on the cover of Crack Whore magazine.
Turkeys have come a lot of things. Things the pilgrims never even dreamed of.
Why, we could make a list a mile long. Why don't we do it?
And
We don't
now
have enough
think
paper
of
for that
all the
kid.
things-
The idea.
What are all the things that we have that the pilgrims don't have, guys, that we should be thankful for? The internet, stream with each other, video
baby
games.
wipes.
Yeah, baby wipes. Keep your asshole nice and clean.
I'm telling you, I do.
Juicy. Keep your ass nice and moist like you like it.
They
why I
had
love
rivers.
Weirdo.
It's the same thing. It's
Love
fine.
prison.
We have flushable and non-flushable baby wipes. We've got
I
scented
feel
baby
They didn't have
wipes.
flushable toilets, so they didn't care one way or the other.
right?
We've got
Yeah.
those fancy Japanese toilets that spray and blow your asshole clean.
Oh, those are the
Yeah.
French or the spray. The blow.
I
might
just
be,
feel like
the
I feel like
Japanese.
if I could go back in time now, I could save so many lives because I could start spreading all my STDs around, and people would be.
Oh, that was the job of the
resilient.
Indians, for God's sakes. They're the ones that gave us syphilis. So
they would be resilient to it. They would be, it'd be like,
So
oh
right.
wow, herpes isn't even a thing anymore because Lord Toxic came back in time and fucking banged so many squaws. You know,
no, that would just be the entire North American continent is empty because everybody died.
All right, well, hey, a win is a win. A win is a win.
Well, I mean, the natives tried it with syphilis; it just didn't work. The Europeans were more determined.
It's the indigenous, Boomer. It's the
not anymore.
What are other things that the natives would have been thankful for? I think our advancements in drugs. I think LSD they would have liked, and
I think basic antibiotics would have been the big thing that everybody would have been happy about.
Penicillin, they would have been thankful for that.
Natives were very thankful for alcohol. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
Not drunk Indians.
They had tobacco, but we have wacky tobacco. And
they enjoyed that. Well, they had it first. But
crack cocaine and methamphetamine, though.
Also South American Indians had that long before we did. So
you're right.
Right. Hey, Chris, I saw this. I saw this TikTok, and they had all these different, up and coming Native American or indigenous. I'm
not Canada. It's not indigenous.
Okay, indigenous TV stars.
First Peoples.
I was like, what? They showed like 7 or 8 different ones from different TV shows and movies and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is just a video of all the same chick, or because they look all exactly the same to me.
I didn't know Lord Toxic was in the Eternals. Get it? An STD that saved lives. See, the thing is, Nix, I don't get it because I did not see the Eternals. So what?
Because he's saying because the director and the writer of that movie, when the Eternals came out, they're like, we're making a movie that's saving lives.
At least Selma Hayek was hot in that film. Holy
yeah,
shit.
she was. Yeah, she was.
God damn.
God,
you gotta try hard to make Selma Hayek not hot.
Yeah.
It's.
You know why I like Angelina Jolie less than Salma Hayek? Because Salma Hayek didn't cut her awesome titties off because she had a chance of getting breast cancer at some point.
Yeah. Chance it. Just chance it.
Well, not only that, but Selma Hayek recently had an article where somebody claimed that she had implants, and she was like, "No, they get bigger post menopause. Read up on it or whatever." And she's like,
"Is that right?"
I was like, "Preach, sister, preach."
That's
all. That's why you always see these old ladies with these huge hangers, man. It's like, damn. Anyway,
you've got to feel it down deep before you can really be thankful for anything. I tell you what, let's do. And let's take a little more time to think this over. When you get right down to it, there are some.
I'm thankful I'm not a Cubs fan.
What means the most to you? Your life.
Luckily, Mom's lucky. She's thankful she has her bowl. Her singing bowl.
Mom's thankful for the traveling salesman that stopped by.
I feel like that's a phrase I want to bring back in my vernacular. I want to say, "I'll tell you what, let's do. I'll tell you what, let's do.
Let's do."
Over what we have to be thankful for. When we sit down,
so the best thing to happen to a wool man is a menopause.
We'll be one family in America that will really have a Thanksgiving dinner.
It was just a pause. She then hit resume after the a couple of years.
And the kids, no, I mean everybody.
I don't have any turkey this year. I think I'm gonna make shrimp Alfredo this year.
So are you in salad? Are you and Meg spending Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go. She's going to visit her family. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna go visit them Saturday.
Night, I'd see Dick there building his.
Just get a chicken and claim it's a turkey. It worked for the Ukrainian film that we watched earlier.
Dude, Peruvian turkey was a good one I made one year.
You're not going to convince me that Ukrainian fucking movie that wasn't a baby of some kind.
We had our eyes open for the first time.
Hang on for Thanksgiving. Do a stream.
I didn't see anybody flying, so it was fine.
Turkey gumbo?
When we took our places around the
turkey lasagna? What else could you make?
I have a confession.
That's all the leftover shit where you're like, what the fuck am I doing with this carcass?
All right, listen, I have a confession to make.
To be thankful for.
What?
I live in this house in Lawrence, Kansas, the one that movie right here. Like I literally live in there right now.
Nice. With the wallpaper and everything. Cool.
Yeah, same wallpaper, everything.
He's actually in this film, but he's inside the walls.
Drinking glasses of milk. What's that called? Frogging. When you live in someone's house without them knowing, like you live in the fucking attic, and then when they go to sleep, you like
thing?
It's called frogging.
Actually, interesting. The origin of the term Spider-Man was a guy who was living in someone's house.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, basically, frogging is where you live in someone's attic and you wait till they all go to sleep, and then you come down out of the attic and you sneak and buy, you like sneak their food and do other shit. You like live in their walls or whatever.
I love
Yeah,
that.
if you go back like in the 1930s, I think it was in Colorado, there was a guy that they ended up naming the Spider-Man because that's what he was doing, was living in someone's house up in the attic.
I love that. I love that for him. Yeah.
The Spider-Man. See, that'd be great. Like make a movie called The Spider-Man with no hyphen, you know?
Yeah, and Marvel's like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, bro, this ain't nothing about you. What you talking about?
A horror movie.
It's hard to keep up with us. We grow so fast.
I would then cast Tobey Maguire as the Spider-Man.
Yeah, why not?
That's a Blumhouse move there.
Go to Sunday school or go to any church I want, any Sunday.
She wants to go to church.
I'm thankful for my mother and daddy.
Thank God I'm drunk.
Are here with us.
Yeah,
that
be
both of
thankful
them
for your
are
mom
too
and
worried
dad,
about
guys.
things to take time to have fun with us.
Be
I'm
thankful
glad we're a family. That families are still important in America.
for all the beer you have.
Yeah. So okay. So again, I hate this. And I'm thankful because they love us. You bet you better be thankful they put a roof over your head and close your naked ass.
It's true.
Feed your dumb ass.
That's what my dad would say. He's like, my dad would say to my grandfather, Dad, can I get an allowance? He's like, allowance? I allow you to live here.
Exactly. I allow you to be in my house.
I
allow you to be
leave.
clothed.
I allow you to exist, you little shit.
Every day I allow you to eat. Don't make me withdraw that shit.
My dad told me.
Yeah. Jay
I
is
allow you to do
recreating
dishes.
this if Tyler Perry had directed
I
it.
forgot to share my shirt. I got the food groups.
Baby
Man.
Janet's too young to
Why
understand
did I
the
wear
big
this
word
shirt if I wasn't gonna
Thanksgiving.
show it
He's too
off?
little
I
even
told my
to
dad during winter, I said, Dad, can we buy a snowblower? He's like,
Is that a naked
snowblower?
child?
I have you and a shovel.
Exactly. That was my kids. Dad, can we get a riding lower? No, I have you. Push that bitch.
And about how
We have a dishwasher. I got 3 of them. Get the fuck in the kitchen and start getting work.
We're so fucking lazy. My sister was talking about her cats. Like, Chris, I want to get like the one of those automated cat litter scoopers. I'm like, get a fucking. I bought a $5 cat box.
Yeah, they come with the scoop. You send a kid down there and go scoop that shit up, put it in the bag, and take it the hell out.
I told my sister, I'm like, this is my son, my 16. I'm like, this is your nephew. He's an automatic scoop.
Nick, that was Northern English Bastard. I think is the one who recommended Lesbian Vampire Killers, which is on my We Watch list in there. But James Corden, yeah, he was in this pretty kind of was. How offensive was that movie? Was it silly? Raunchy?
I do think next year Enzo Thanksgiving's gonna be worth a rewatch.
Yeah. I think we're going to watch Thanksgiving 3 next Thanksgiving because I found out watching it with Gordon, there is no Thanksgiving 2. And Thanksgiving 3 is all about trying to find the last copy of Thanksgiving 2.
Yeah. So is Warlock 2 coming out tonight or what's going on?
No, it's coming out next week because even if the copyright claims gets dismissed, I still don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
I mean, I recorded that shit today just so I could upload it tomorrow, so don't worry.
I dealt with that with Lord Toxic. That's why I said we changed our whole fucking format for Banshee because
you're getting a
the copyright
Thanksgiving.
shit.
You're getting a Thanksgiving psych out. Thanksgiving April Fools. Or I'm not psych. No Warlock 2 this week, bitches. Watch Thanksgiving. Warlock 2 will be the next week though for sure. Worst case scenario.
Did any of you bastards watch Diablero?
No, but I did look it up and I pulled it up. Yeah, it's on that website.
You weak ass bitches.
Mother for you.
Sorry.
Grateful for what America
I gotta watch
means to
Oppenheimer
her
with
family.
Mother. On,
I suggest a perfectly
Thursday.
fine TV series about demon cockfighting, and you don't watch it.
I'm thankful for this house. It may need a coat of paint. It has a mortgage, but it's ours.
You got it right up here. I watch it with Mother.
Now, technically, it's not yours if you have a mortgage.
And I'm thankful for the thing that makes this house our home.
Silly,
The
hot,
happiness
and
here.
mentally tarded
Not
because of
just today
Corden.
or on Christmas
Lesbian
morning,
vampire killers.
but on
Yeah, I
a
mean,
day-to-day basis all
it
through
didn't
the
sound
year.
like it was going to be
For knowing that a knock on our door
deep,
means nothing to fear.
informative
A friend
film, but
calling,
yes.
or maybe a bill
What I like to
collector,
hear.
or a kid selling magazines. You never know
You
what
tell me
to
a movie's
expect,
tarded.
but you can count on
Or you
Piques my
tweeted
interest.
the wrong thing on Twitter.
to be some political gangster coming to
Yeah.
drag one of us off to
They gotta
jail
pull- they
because
have
we
to-
Oh, the good old days.
FBI agents showing up with
And I'm
printouts
glad
of
that
your
that
social
freedom
media
we've got
posts.
We noticed you complained at the local school board meeting.
making a sluggish motor and making it hum again.
Dear God.
Me feel that somebody got to his work or
You pack
wherever
this
he had to
cigarette
go
pack?
just because of me.
You're opening
And feeling
cigarettes.
like that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah, to Nick's, I was going to see that in theaters coming out soon.
My newspaper.
Oh yeah,
Just
The
a few
Abyss.
cents worth.
Yeah,
This
specialized
comes
edition.
out. It's coming out in theaters. Like I said, I brought my kid to see. My kid's never seen The Abyss in theaters, so it's coming out to. in theaters
That's
from
back
now.
when Cameron was still fucking doing good shit.
I love The Abyss. Live, damn it! You never quit on anything in your life, you stupid bitch.
No, when it comes out, we can maybe do a stream on that. Like I'm
What are
looking
you
forward
guys?
to seeing The
Why the
Abyss.
fuck did Michael Biehn not become a bigger actor? What the hell
Yeah,
happened?
I don't know, dude. That's
Finally.
yeah.
That's
I think
so
he pissed
weird.
off the wrong person or something.
That's what I think. I think
Maybe,
he.
yeah.
I think he didn't involve himself. You know, he didn't like sacrifice a baby like they make them all do.
Yeah,
and shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
He said no on the casting couch or something because
He was like, no.
Alien 3's like, nah. He just died.
He's
Man,
like,
what are you
he's
gonna
like,
do?
I don't want your adrenochrome. You know,
We
like
have this nowadays. Drinker said this. I mean, why is Henry Cavill not a bigger star? You know, it's like
I mean, Henry Cavill's a pretty big star.
Yeah, he's pretty good size. That boy's pretty big.
no, but in terms of his star power is pretty low though. It's like he's.
He was being sarcastic, Chris.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I guess that's it, guys. That was a fun stream.
Oh, is that
I
it?
guess We're gonna
Is that
have.
Okay.
He's overlapping
well, the
Cannoli.
Rocky
So.
Stream's happening
Yeah,
right now.
no, yeah. I always love it.
An
I
hour
love it
early.
when
And
Enzo
also-
is like strict on the time because it's just like I always flash back to 7 hours of fucking Ninja Turtles. But he's like,
Well, that
I
was
can't
because
believe
Cannoli wasn't,
we
doing
start
it.
at 10,
My Lord and
that's
Master
kinda-
Cannoli, who I must simp to because the Italian mafia has got to do its thing.
I
You know.
like you. You know what? I like you better and better the more you talk.
Well, also I do got other
Speaking
shit
of
going on.
Cannoli, so I can't have anything with Cannoli's dick in your mouth.
Yikes! Yikes!
Yeah, check out Cannoli though.
I do love Cannoli.
That being
Cannoli's a good
said,
dude. Yeah, I like him.
well, thanks for coming though. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys.
I wasn't coming to that
next,
movie.
Monday.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Are you not doing with us tomorrow night?
Who knows with him?
Because if
No,
you're not,
yeah,
if
I
you're
thought
not,
you were
if
gonna
you're not
finish the
doing
sentence.
last
Yes,
voice,
tomorrow night.
okay, tomorrow
I'm
night is
gonna be
last
there.
voice count. Oh,
You
okay.
bring that
I'll be there last
lawnmower
Wednesday.
on the stream
Yeah.
tomorrow night. I'll kick you right in the Jimmy.
I kicked him in the ding ding.
I kicked him in the ding ding. That boy got talent.
All right.
Everyone else in the chat, who else was here? We had Keith, obviously, here most of the night. Hell yeah. Thanks for Lance coming in here. And Luke, you guys did pretty good on trivia. You all beat Luke Collar's ass. Trivia. He's not good at it, folks. Maybe we'll pick a topic that he is good at one of these days. I mean, to be fair, it was like the first time we really did trivia, so it's like no big deal. Eddie Robbins showed up. We had a few others. White Bear popped in. Philly Phil, he's always here. Blessings. Thanks, all y'all. Been good. Hope you guys have a good Thursday. And yeah, Tuesday we'll be watching The Last Boy Scout because we love football. We love Bruce Willis. And we love Damon Wayans. And we love C4. And we love shotgun
Satan
shells
claws.
that shred, that explode when you throw them in fire. We also love all kinds of stuff. We love lawnmowers. Yeah.
Danielle Harris.
Hell yeah.
Danielle
See y'all
Harris.
later. I can't hear you guys. What? What are you saying?